Table gonna shake.
Oh, I'll get off the table then.
Table gonna shake. What up,
What's
people?
up?
Damn, I left the glasses. I ain't gonna be able to read no comments.
Can you see anything?
Huh?
I probably could see anything.
Damn.
That's fine. I got it good. I got it.
Think I'm gonna push it to the limit, like y'all want Errol Spence to do.
Hold up. Let me move over. You gonna have to scoop, man. You gonna have to scoop.
Get intimate.
Yeah, bro, we gonna have to. Yeah, he moved out, correct?
Come on, intimate. There it is.
All right, what up, people? What up? Hopefully you can hear us good. We trying not to yell because we in like the fucking hotel lobby. The meeting room is not available. But I met up with the Spit Bucket podcast. We had some lunch and we talking boxing and we thought to ourselves, why not record this motherfucker? Why not go live, man? Because we was talking some podcast gold, man.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, this is Corey to my left, and this is JJ to my right. So you know them as the Spit Bucket Podcast. And yeah, man, we really gonna do like a question and answers, you know, because there's so many topics to talk about. And we were live on their channel for about 30 minutes now. And we came live on TBV to see what's up with y'all. So hopefully I can read these comments without my glasses.
I'll do my best. What up, Spit Bucket Pod? What up, man? Appreciate
Sean
you guys.
Ferguson, what up?
Sean Ferguson.
What up?
Shout out to everybody on TBV, the Boxing
Yes,
Voice.
I'm gonna get
We
close.
appreciate Nick having us on his show once again. He came all the
You
way
gotta be
here.
careful with the table.
He came all the way here, Dallas, Texas, and we appreciate him.
Yeah, no doubt, dog.
So we was talking in the car. Appreciate you. We was talking in the car. I think we was saying what's next, right? Like we already covered their thoughts on Earl and Crawford and the fight. We kind of touched on, you know, what's next for Earl if he doesn't take the rematch. We didn't really touch on Crawford, but we did. You know, we brought up my little tank fight for him, and we did touch on his possible Tim Tszyu fight. But I do want to ask you, gentlemen, like, which not named Earl, what's the best fight for Terrence?
I'm with you now. I think Terrence Crawford deserved that Tank Davis fight. I truly do. Like I said earlier, he been ridiculed. I was one of the main ones who ridiculed him. I didn't think he was ready for this moment. He showed up and showed out and did it in devastating fashion. He deserved this opportunity after the 5 years of people not believing in him and put on a performance of a lifetime like this. I think he deserved a mega fight against Tank. You made me believe it.
Is that something that's in the works? So did I miss something? Like, is that a buzz? Like,
Well, you got to remember, there is a clip that's old, which is edited. It is edited.
He was on there.
Yeah,
Spit Bucket
You was on there.
Sure. Yeah, I was actually on. Yeah,
It was
on
edited,
Twitter.
though. They cut it when he says side.
Yeah.
But it made it to it made it to Charlemagne the God.
Yeah.
So he
So
played
he
that
just kind of
audio.
poking that bear, but it don't.
No, he
have-
played that audio after the fight, and then after that day, he had Terrence on the show. So Terrence said no to Charlemagne, but then he was on Hot 97 with Ebro and said Tank would have to come up to 47.
That's why I didn't see it. All I saw was him say no, so that's why I was like, "Oh, we just wishful thinking."
Nah,
You
again,
know?
because he can't run from it. He can't run from it, and not that he's afraid of it. It's just that when he first started that fight with Tank, he too small for me. He thinks this is beneath him. He doesn't understand that that's the fight that's gonna rise him to a whole nother level commercially. I mean, look, I was begging, I was praying that they did 1 million, and they only got 650. I paid for that shit, and we did a fight party.
Yep.
So not only did I pay for it at my house and Showtime jipped me, I ain't get to fucking see it, but they also,
It was head to head with the UFC too, man, which
Yes.
kind of sucked.
yes.
It's been.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm staying here.
Your wicked smell, whatever you got, just reeking up the whole lobby. If you don't mind, please
Yeah,
put
we
it
don't.
somewhere, like in your
Yeah,
car.
we don't have anything. That's from smoking outside.
Okay, it's very strong, and the entire lobby smells like it.
Yeah, if it wasn't as hot, we'd probably walk out, but we smoked it outside,
Okay,
purposely
alright.
not to bother anyone. If you have like Lysol or something,
Yeah, we've already sprayed some. It's not helping.
yeah. Nah,
Alright.
Is
Yeah,
we
we don't have
okay,
any. We don't
or-
have anything on our physical person, though. No.
Yeah, it's just
Sorry.
very strong.
Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. It's
Okay.
just, you know.
We don't have nothing else.
Yeah, it's just, we had a couple people, as soon as they walk in, oh, it smells like weed here.
We'll apologize.
I mean, I'm from Las Vegas and Florida, two very recreational states. Thank God for that.
You know, it's
You know what I'm
people
saying?
We
do
got
what they do
guns.
here. Yeah, but
We got guns. I'm sorry. Yeah,
No,
we're
it's
sorry for
okay.
the
It's
smell.
just-
Not the first time somebody told me I smell bad.
hey, I used to do other stuff. Hey.
Oh, you reformed? You reformed?
It smells great. Your cologne smells great, but it's reeking.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to come join us. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, that's that. Hardin,
Yeah, Hardin.
Dallas edition. Dallas edition.
Yeah, shout out to Hardin. That's our first stop. Every time we stop down in Vegas.
Jardine, baby.
Yo,
Yeah.
Dallas
For real.
edition.
Hey, you, boy, say, I got some of the best. That's why I say Dallas weed ain't messing with Jordan weed. I keep telling you that Las Vegas.
He does
I mean,
say.
it's obviously different. They testing, they in laboratories with it, so it's totally next level.
Let's test it. Yeah, but going back to this Crawford thing, because I didn't look. Obviously, that sounds amazing, and we were just talking about it. And I'll be honest, because I'm not one of those guys that you're going to say no, y'all are wrong. That does sound interesting. It does. When I first heard it, just like when I first heard Tank Inoue, which we might just talk about here in a little bit, I thought that was
Honestly,
stupid. Thought-
can you name another fight you'd pay $100 for? I'd pay $100 for Tank versus
Me
Crawford.
too.
Man, y'all gonna about to boot me off the stage, but I care about the integrity of the sport. And hear me out, all right?
I'm waiting.
Yeah, and
Because
for me,
I know
there's
you want Inoue versus Tank. I know he wants that.
You want that fight, don't you?
Yeah.
the
It's okay
no
for-
no no
it's
no
okay
no.
for
I don't
Inoue
want
to
I don't
move
want
up.
Inoue. No, I just told you I think it's just as stupid as I think both those
No,
ideas
it's
are
not.
ridiculous.
That's a good fight too.
Tank is one thing.
His own-
You
his
got
own
mad.
promoter wants it.
You got Ellie got on. It was you and Ellie were going back because you said Tank is always fighting smaller fighters
Yeah.
as a criticism.
Yeah, but
And what? Why
no,
is it?
no, Terrence Crawford not no small
No, I'm talking
fighter.
about Inoue.
But
man.
why no one criticizes Ponce de Leon? Let's
Yeah.
see how many years he stood in those lower weight classes.
Yeah.
Because he's Tank, because he has a lot of power, we want him to move up. We want him to be great. But if he wants to be Bernard Hopkins, who they got a great relationship with, and stay at 135 for the rest of his life, so be it. Because you're entitled to do that.
So you're saying if Inoue eventually moves up, but he's 30 years old already, dog. He's not like a
It
young
wasn't
man.
Tank's idea. It was Inoue's promoter said it. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw that, and I don't give a shit if it's Inoue himself. I'll tell him in his way that sounds ridiculous. Now,
But again, why was Mikey able to say, "I see something" and
because
get a
he's
shot?
and I
Jamel
thought that was
Charlo
ridiculous.
able
All
to
these,
say-
all
Kell
of these,
Brook, Amir
every
Khan,
one of these fights.
Canelo.
Now on the other side of that, everybody gave Spence shit for fighting Mikey. There's no win for the bigger guy. It does nothing for the bigger guy because if he wins, big deal. If he loses, then like
Okay, so
But-
let me counter that. It
There's
was
nothing-
No, it
there's-
was no win for Tank versus Ryan Garcia because we already knew Tank was
gonna
going to
win.
beat Ryan Garcia.
100%. It was a win socially. Now, okay.
listen to this.
Economically.
We know Tank is a real fighter. We know he can really fight his ass off. I'm not saying he can move up two weight divisions and beat Terrence Crawford. I'm not saying that, but we have seen it before. When you're talking about economically and putting money in both of their pockets, bro, this is it.
That's right. And same thing with Inoue Tank. If that were to happen, if we're talking finances, all right, I need to keep switching back and forth. But
no, I ain't just talking finances, though.
You can't have just
I
constantly a
don't
fight
want
with
to.
an
I don't
exit.
want to. I don't want to like. I don't want to
It's
say
built
that
to fight.
Devin. I don't want to say that Devin and Tank don't do good numbers, but I would be lying if I say that they make $1 million.
No,
I
you're
do
right.
want. I do want to see those two audiences. I've been to the Linares and the JoJo, and I went to the Barrios and Isaac Cruz. So JoJo, Isaac Cruz, those was back to back. I was like Vegas, LA. We flew over real quick because it was Saturday, Sunday. So I got to see those two audiences within 24 hours of each other. I want to see the mix. That doesn't mean that they will sell 1 million pay-per-views. That means for sure they're gonna sell out the arena. They're
Facts.
gonna sell out the arena, but it don't mean they'll do 1 million pay-per-views. So I'm just saying, if you Tank and you made 40 million, how do you do it again? Look, he made 40 million He went and spent 3 on a condo in Baltimore. Remember, then he got arrested because he was in the condo,
condo,
he bought.
yeah.
So out that 40, we talking about the taxes plus the 3. Like, you need that 40 again. And how do you get it, JJ?
I didn't know we were his financial analyst. I
No,
wasn't ready
we
for
not.
this. No,
Money,
but show
what
down.
does Weezy say? Money's the motivation.
All right.
How did we
Shit,
get
at
Mayweather?
that point, let's just keep talking about
Nah,
Ron
but it
Garcia.
ain't-
and
No,
Tank
but
and
think
this.
about it.
Yeah.
How'd you
ain't
get
just the money.
Mayweather Pacquiao? How'd you get Mayweather Canelo? They gave him the money.
And it ain't just about the money. I was at
Mayweather
the bar.
Pacquiao it was a fight that we've been dying for years, like Spence and Crawford.
But how'd we get it? Because we paid them the money.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
like Canelo Mayweather, because we paid him 41. We the people paying these pay-per-views. He
I'm not
got
saying-
41 million for that.
Tank will win this fight. But I
Me
know,
neither.
as dynamic as Tank is, we know out of all his fights, I think one just survived, or maybe 2.
Yeah,
One or two.
2, a 6-rounder and
Jay.
Isaac
Jay.
Cruz.
But man,
Look,
I just feel like
I was
we-
at the barbershop with my son the other day, and they was talking about Earl Spencer and Tank. And then this one little dude looked like he about 14 to 15. He said, man,
Yo,
Tank
pull up the
Davis.
live chat so we can see those,
He said Tank
those
Davis.
super chats.
He said Tank Davis will beat him.
Beat who?
This little dude
Crawford?
like 14 to say Tank Davis will beat Crawford. And I'm like, for real?
Yo,
you
it's
think?
because he got the younger gen. That's another thing. He gonna bring out a whole different demographic, or not demographic, but age bracket. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I feel it,
Crawford's
yeah.
gonna bring me out the 35 and over,
Yeah.
and Tank gonna bring out the 30
the
and
youngsters.
younger.
And then all the people he just adapted from Ryan too, because a lot of people just were introduced to Tank. So
See if you can pull up the
yeah, I'm
comments so I
doing
can.
it right now.
Don't want to miss anybody.
Turn the volume down. It's just a slow connection.
Yeah.
Are you on Wi-Fi, correct?
Yeah, well, it's just, you got,
Oscar, let me see
Yeah.
what he said.
yeah.
Do your thing, man.
What's next for Shakur since 2 have hard time finding a fight
Here's what
after
for-
refusing the 25% offer? Watch out, Karen.
Oh shit, let me get off here.
Don't get us kicked. Go ahead, calling her Karen. So I don't know what's next for Shakur. Let's talk about that. Craig, get off the table. Let's talk about that because do y'all know now that Devin is champion in recess, Shakur gets the fight for the vacant WBC. Did you see the tweet that he's claiming Vasil saying he wants to retire?
Retire, and that puts
Which means Isak is next.
Cruz is number 3.
He's with PBC, Sean Gibbons. Number under him is
Everybody else is already committed in TBA.
no,
man.
under him is Zepeda,
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
got a fight with Gesta.
Yeah, he's coming up.
Under Zepeda is Frank Martin,
Okay.
who's also with PBC and Earl.
With Marvel's.
And then under Martin is Jermaine Ortiz. So the question is, all these PBC fighters gonna fight Shakur, or is Shakur gonna end up with a vacant title shot against Jermaine Ortiz, who can't make weight? Remember, he missed weight.
Yeah.
He missed weight and he wants to move up to 40. But I'm sure he'll make weight for a title shot.
I think it's gonna be with who is Jermaine Ortiz with? He will pick.
Top rank.
So yeah, I think that's gonna be the fight because you gotta understand right now, we see how PBC work. Isaac Cruz is a Mexican, and he's a popular Mexican.
So they're gonna hold him for Tank.
They gonna hold him off. They don't want to ruin him right now against a guy like Shakur Stevenson. It just make business sense for PBC not to do that and ruin their own fighter, right? And then he popular and stuff like that. So I don't see Shakur having that fight. I don't see him having no fight with no PBC fighter right now. I see Jermaine Ortiz.
Oh, and
So you don't even see Williams better with Golden Boy taking it because he's all the way up there.
No,
he's
but
he's
Cepeda's got-
Isak. Yeah, he got to fight Gesta.
yeah, but
Yeah, but I don't
Shakur,
know
I mean,
that.
that's what in 6 weeks.
Lean over.
Yeah, the Cepeda fight. I mean, he's locked in for a while. Shakur needs some damn activity. It has to be. So, and that's a damn shame. I hate for him to fight, have dipped all the way down to somebody like Ortiz, which we saw in Ortiz, but to win a belt, it's just going to add to the criticism that Shakur's already getting. But my question to you
What
is,
criticism? 'Cause
have you
way
been?
over
No, I'm
here.
on Twitter. I'm on the Twitter side of things. I don't know about Facebook and Instagram, but Shakur constantly getting roasted and getting it eaten up because of the 25% duck.
Oh, you call it a dub.
That's what I'm not calling it. I'm not calling it a duck. I was actually supportive of Shakur Stevenson yesterday, So where I was going with this, hold up, dog, help me out. That hard D kicking in. I want to see Shakur fight Haney. I want to see Shakur fight Loma. That's what I was gonna ask. Is Haney and Regis happening? Because
Yeah.
we see the contract
It's
disputes.
happening. It's happening. Like you see what Devin said. Look, we're not gonna go against Tyson Fury. So now Regis gets it. What happened is maybe Regis is not privy to that information.
All right, yeah. So that's
'Cause
been
remember
since the
the-
video, since he made
Remember
the video.
that Devin is a fighter, but then he's DHP, the promoter who's co-promoting this fight. So he might know more than Regis, the fighter.
So yeah, to answer your question, it might just have to be Shakur versus Ortiz, dog, for a vacant title. And what's that gonna do? It'll give us some. Oh man.
Go ahead.
Yeah. We
But
shaking,
nah,
shaking things.
listen,
Yeah,
but
so yeah, I'm
that's how it
saying.
is.
it got to
That's how
be
it is
Jermaine
out here,
Ortiz. Yeah, they just be, you know.
No, but like in the whole city, like
Not
it
in the
ain't,
whole
it ain't,
city.
it ain't open. Like,
No, it ain't open out here. Like,
oh, people be frowning upon that shit.
well, I guess some people do, like in these type of
Really?
hotels, like that.
Yeah, man, it's
in
definitely
some-
gonna draw some attention
in
for
some-
sure.
In some areas.
But being
Not
with
so
you
much.
felt like we were in Vegas. I wasn't even thinking. I was just like, it's Vegas.
I had no clue, like, cause honestly, y'all know I go everywhere. So, well, yo, when I was in Alabama, bro, they hit me out like, bro, you on live? You gotta, they gonna come look
Yeah,
for you.
did somebody tell him? Who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him?
Yo, but
But I would say not Cepeda because you got to understand Golden Boy, they're in a predicament right now. We don't know when Virgil Ortiz is going to come back. Is he going to be healthy?
allegedly Ryan's coming back in October.
Yeah, so I don't know where they go because Cepeda is a fighter on the market right now.
He's
But
up.
do you really turn down a title shot? Like the one opportunity that a fighter has to take an L and no one, like who was mad at Joet Gonzalez when he lost to Shakur?
Nobody?
It was a vacant title shot, and he got mad opportunities after that.
But this Golden Boy is right now in a bad situation, in not the greatest situation. Why would you throw Cepeda, the one breath of fresh air in there with a killer like Shakur that not only would beat a Cepeda, but we saw how easily he got through Oscar Valdez. I think it'll be a.
Wait, so this thing is not even medical?
I think so.
They're just popping up medical, but it's hell. I mean, you won't see no dispensary. But we got guns. That's all I can say. We got guns. Love it.
And then let us have them.
Deep in the how you say the stars and not.
Big ass, yeah.
I'm
But
I'm just tripping out because like most spots is at least medical.
No, they let you die. They will let you die.
That's crazy.
but they can't.
Look, somebody said Shakur a killer. Ha ha ha. What,
Yo,
man?
I gotta tell
Why is
you,
that the disrespect with
I
Shakur?
gotta tell you, the inside joke is they just came around the corner with an air purifier because
Yeah.
we reeking too much allegedly.
Yeah, I don't smell a thing. I think we smell fine. Yeah, she came and walked right by us.
They like,
That's crazy. Damn.
but I don't know, Shakur, he's just in a bad predicament right now. He that great, you know when you.
I'm
that
predicting this though. They didn't hear this. Y'all didn't hear this, so this is the first time y'all gonna hear it. I'm predicting that Shakur's gonna get the WBC and the WBO vacant, both of them on the line. He's number one in both sanctioning bodies, and Vasil is number two in both, or number one in one. Obviously, this guy's talking about retiring now, but I feel like because the WBO is what Bob orders, and he and Shakur's already in position with the WBC, they can get. Remember AJ fought? He already had the WBA. No, he already had the
He had one of
IBF.
them
He had the
WBA.
IBF, and then he fought Vlad off an 18-month layoff, and they brought the vacant WBA. So I think that's what they're gonna do here, except it's gonna be vacant WBC, vacant WBO on the line for Shakur. I thought it was gonna be versus Vasil, but according to Shakur, Vasil is retiring, so it's gonna be tough to get. Because I feel like if Vasil and Shakur ask for both them titles to be vacantly put on the line versus each other, any sanctioned body say yeah,
Absolutely, dog.
and that'll be the
But
first
that's-
time.
I don't think Vasil gonna retire. I just think
Yeah, I'm in Dallas, champ. I'm in Dallas. We in the
just
city, baby.
Yeah, I just think he's still a little sour about him really losing that fight to Devin Haney. You know, I know it was a lot of injustice. It was fake injustice to me because when I watched Devin Haney versus Fasal Lomachenko, I thought it was a clear-cut victory.
Yes.
You know, I know a lot of people out here may say no, it wasn't, but you got to understand, it's not just about having spurts. It's about winning a full round, and I just think Devin did more. But yeah, he's still sour about that. But I think Vasily Lomachenko, the fighter in him, bro, because he did do good in that fight. I think this is a way of him fighting Shakur Stevenson that could redeem himself because people look at Shakur Stevenson like that. I'm not favoring him to be Shakur Stevenson, but it's a great possibility he can because that's what Vasily Lomachenko.
Yo, Devin is like in this position where, like you said it, some people think he lost, right? But them same people that think he lost think he's ducking Shakur.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those same people think he's ducking Shakur by fighting Regis. Look how tough a position Devin is in, that he's moving up to fight a champion in
I got a-
Regis.
I got a hot
and
box.
people think he's ducking
Yeah, that's
Shakur.
crazy.
I
They
got a
making
hot boxing
Regis,
opinion.
they're making Regis out to be some weak link.
No, he's not that. Regis
all.
is a vicious puncher.
Regis is dangerous, but this is the first time I said this. Haney, it's not going to be close. I promise.
How'd you score the Haney Lomachenko fight though?
I scored the first time I watched it. I scored 150. No, hey man, I'm an honest dude. Look, 150. I had a 115-13 for Loma. Watch it over. 114, a draw.
What?
Yeah.
So
And I'll tell you what rounds I
So
did.
wait, so a Haney off a draw, he thinks is gonna whitewash Regis. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. No,
See how bad
absolutely.
Haney gets it?
No. What do you mean how bad he gets?
Because
I thought
you didn't see him win.
No, I do round by round. I could tell you what
I know,
rounds.
but
yeah.
you didn't see him win. At the end of the day, you thought it was a draw.
Thought it was a draw. 6-6 draw. That's how I had it. And the only round that I changed from the first time was round one.
And
So-
then look, he had it a draw, but he doesn't see Regis winning a round. That's what you said.
I think Haney is gonna and Regis is I like Regis a lot.
But
Again,
he- but he thinks
my
Haney's
eyeballs
gonna whitewash him.
my eyeballs are telling me that this is gonna be a clinic. And I'm not quite sure where people because
but
Regis
how-
is rough.
how-
because
how
the
did
Regis
you-
is rough.
But how did your eyeballs tell you that's gonna be a clinic, but you seen Haney get a draw
I
with
saw
Vasily?
I saw 6 rounds for Loma. Bro, doesn't my scoring
I'm
like
just saying.
that?
I'm just
I
saying.
saw
I'm
6
just.
rounds,
I feel like if
I'm not hating on
Do
him.
you feel like Vasily Lomachenko is that much better than
yeah,
Regis?
the Regis,
Brogan?
is it that?
Yes. I'll say it on TV. I think Lomachenko's a hell of a boxer.
But that much better than Regis? Because
Yes.
you're not factoring in the power.
No, of course I wouldn't want to see Loma go up to 140 because he's hit his ceiling in terms of weight, but in terms of pure boxing ability, dude, Regis again. And if you know we're on a big platform, there's a good chance this gets seen. Regis, I have all the respect in the world for you, and you're one of my favorite boxers, and I love your story. But in terms of, is she talking to us?
Yeah, look, she still said it smells.
In terms of fighting and what that fight's gonna look for, look, you heard it here first. That fight is gonna be a clinic, dog. It's gonna be a clinic. They're on two completely different levels. Regis, it's a completely different fight. They're selling it to us as a close fight, and everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid. I just challenge you to look.
But I
for-
want him to remember that Regis has been calling out Tank forever.
Man, a call out is a call out, man. I'm
He
talking
was
about
on
what
PBC.
I've seen. I'm not saying Regis is scared of anybody.
No. I'm saying Regis has been trying to fight Tank for a long time. Now Devin's fighting him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, regardless of how much of a clinic is going to be, this is still a dude that people are afraid to fight. Like Ramirez
He's
literally
He's awkward and a hard puncher.
And I don't think Devin Haney have.
I don't know. Remember that Ramirez just literally decided not to fight Regis because of the percentage.
Because he's an awkward fighter. He's a strong puncher.
Devin ain't never fought nobody who hit as hard as Regis.
Yeah, but
and listen,
but we hear
no,
this
no,
all
no,
the
no.
time.
Look,
Devin
look,
is an
I think-
excellent, masterful boxer.
So look, I think this. I don't know how to call this fight because I love Devin Haney and I love Regis' program, That's how I look at this fight because I know Regis can box and he can punch. We done, even though Devin Haney is, to me, he the guy at 135 moving up to 140. Superior boxer. We done seen him get checked before. And we gotta respect Regis pro grade power. Like, it's different when you move up. Look, you may be
Regis
right.
does know how to control distance, man.
You may be
He
right.
hasn't quite
You
figured
may
it
be
out.
right. But
And
But
you
you
know how
going
to
off
punch.
last performance?
I'm going on before his where he started getting everybody's attention. When he won his belt. Damn, you
Versus Cepeda?
Yes, I'm talking about what I've seen from Regis before, and he had and it peaked its ugly ass head again. He can't control the distance, and when something's in front of him that puzzles him, it's not the IQ just not there because of the experience, lack of experience, not because Regis is a dumbass. Devin is a masterful boxer, and the power is anybody has anything to say about Regis is his power. That's one dimensional. Devin's going to figure it out really fast. I promise you guys. I'm telling you.
But we seen,
and you never see me
so
commit to a.
No. I get you. I get you. And what we seen Devin get hit a lot
Word.
in that Loma fight, Jay.
From Lomachenko.
JJ, I don't
Lomachenko's-
listen.
And that's another
But
southpaw.
levels,
But
dog.
JJ,
Levels.
a punch land, like you say, he's a southpaw too. And JJ, levels. He don't probably can't as accurate as Loma, but he accurate enough to land one or two of them. Devin gonna have to give a little to get a little, JJ.
If
He
Dev
can't get hit like he did in the
Dev
Linares
preps
fight.
the way he knows how to prep, takes his fight serious, and believe the hype that I don't believe this fight should be. If he really takes the fight serious, that's going to be a schooling. And they're making y'all drink the Kool-Aid sale and buy the damn pay-per-views. But this is going to be an ass whooping, man. It's
classic boxer versus puncher.
Yeah.
classic boxer versus fairly new in the game puncher. It's a little bit different. What Regis started boxing was 23, 24.
No,
This
he
dude,
was
you're out of
17.
control, bro. He's a two-time champ.
I didn't say he's not a champion. I'm not
No, I know,
taking
but but you're trying to say he don't got experience. He's a two-time champ.
Devin
he fought
Haney.
overseas.
Devin Haney is special, dude. That's what I'm
I
saying.
agree,
But that's
Devin-
different.
He's
That ain't
fight,
got
this
nothing to
fight
do-
is about Devin Haney. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but that ain't got nothing to do with Regis though. Like you can't say Regis doesn't have experience because Devin is special.
Against Haney, Haney's gonna puzzle his ass, man. And
that's-
Regis is gonna get confused. And when you haven't been in it with somebody like a Haney, you don't have study notes. You don't have film on yourself to say, hey, how should I respond to this?
So he been in there,
But who
a lot of people thought Regis beat Josh Taylor, and that's when Josh Taylor was at his best. So he been in there.
Oh, we're
Let me
playing
finish.
triangle
Let me
now,
finish. No,
alright?
I ain't
Yeah,
playing no triangle. We're talking about
Yeah, it's
an
true.
extraordinary boxer, hookah boxing. That's what Josh Taylor was, and a lot of people, including myself, I thought Regis Prograis beat Josh Taylor, right? And I'm standing on that. So he been in there with a guy like that. You got to understand,
And
that sometimes
Josh is big.
sometimes it's hard to, and I ain't putting that on nobody. Like if we talk about the NFL, NBA, these teams who ain't that good, it's hard to get up for them type of fights. A fight with Devin Haney, we just Prograis gonna get all the way.
Absolutely. It's gonna bring the
And
best
you
in
see
him.
how he talking too. He got to back that talk up too. He calling pussies and all that shit.
You can back it up all you want, but when you're boxing, man, and there's a Devin Haney in front of you, look, even though I gave that Loma fight a draw, that is the best Devin Haney I have
Somebody
ever
talking about
seen.
Haney so special, he ran out the ring when he saw Shakur.
And on that note, I got Shakur one notch ahead of Haney. Like I'm not sitting there, but that was the best Haney I've ever seen, dude. Like he made the adjustments. He looked so good against Loma.
No, I agree
So
with
good.
you, Jay. I ain't mad if the favorites be towards Devin Haney. Like, I feel Devin Haney is special myself, but I feel Regis Prograis is special too. He just never was afforded the opportunity. And when you got to fight guys that you really don't want to fight, but you got to fight them, it's sometimes it's hard, to get up
for the fight.
For that fight, JJ.
And that phrase was
this
in
Devin
boxing.
Haney, JJ.
I agree with that
JJ.
1000%. I
And
agree
then
with it.
he a southpaw too. Devin, he gonna pose a lot of problems for Devin Haney. Devin Haney ain't the best defensively responsible fighter. He
Well,
did respond.
technically, he's in the 19th percentile.
No, he responsible, but he get. We see Devin
Shakur
Haney get.
16.
We seen Linares hit him with a big shot. We seen other fighters hit him with big
Shakur
shots.
ain't fight the same level of opposition either.
Well, he's
Who's
dying.
Shakur
He's
three-time?
dying. He's dying to get in
Who's
the ring
Shakur
with y'all.
three-time champ?
Hey, let's keep. What's that?
Who's Shakur three-time champ?
Who's Shakur 3 times?
No Linares. He got no Gamboa. He got no Vasil.
All right, don't.
He got
That's
no
not-
JoJo. He got a gold medalist. I mean, not a gold medal, Olympian. He ain't got no Olympian.
Hey, I think the world of Haney. I just said it. If y'all hit the rewind button, you hear me say it. And I'm telling y'all, this Regis fight is not going to be close. Respectfully as possible. I don't talk no shit about no fighters.
So UD,
Huh?
UD though.
If it gets there. If it gets there. It's going to be a schooling,
Wait,
guys.
wait.
Schooling.
You saying he could stop
Schooling.
him though? You think he could?
Everybody's like, what?
No,
Devin Haney stopping? No.
But you think that could happen?
It's going to be an ass whooping.
No, I get it, but remember.
Ref stop the fight.
No,
type shit.
but remember the Gamboa was slightly older, right? He was slightly older than Regis. He was a man moving up, and Devin he clinic, but he ain't stopping.
And I have Gamboa on the level.
I'd be very surprised if
Devin
But
I
unanimous
try-
decision. Unanimous decision.
Well, we can be surprised. When you ain't got to struggle no more,
Yeah.
you got them extra 5 pounds.
That's true.
Maybe you got
But
more
Devin
power.
look like he walk around at 154.
Yeah, it's gonna be level. It's gonna, dude. That's why I hate saying it because I don't ever want to show no disrespect to a fighter.
You
But
ain't
this fight is gonna be
You don't
one-sided, guys.
disrespect. You just
One-sided.
feel like Devin Haney more
Gonna
superior.
win.
And I think they're
than
just.
Regis.
I think, we chose Regis because he's a tough competitor. It's all
I
smoke
feel
and mirrors,
like- I feel
guys.
like-
Smoke and mirrors.
I feel like Devin Haney got more to prove
The event.
in this
Not-
fight
not, you know.
than Regis Prograis do, right?
Absolutely.
Because a lot the word around town, I don't see it because I thought he easily beat Lomachenko, right? I thought that, and I stand on that. He easily beat Lomachenko. You can't win a fight in 20 seconds, 4 rounds. But it's a lot of people around the world, who's big Lomachenko fans, who think Lomachenko won that fight. So Devin really need this fight, bro. And with
Which
Regis
is why.
finally getting this opportunity, bro, like your mind can play tricks on you, bro. Is Devin?
The reason I'm picking is the first part of what you said. Devin still has a lot to prove. He still has a lot of critics. That's why we're gonna see another tip-top
Yeah.
Devin Haney, dog.
I
And
know, bro.
that's gonna be a bad night.
Like JJ, I've been covering Regis since he damn near first started. I'm telling you, this guy has got better every fight. Like we can't expect a fighter to go in there and put on supreme performances.
And it has
every
nothing
time.
to do with
If
pure
that's the
eye
case,
test,
Like
dog.
people,
Pure
people,
eye test.
people knocked Earl for going 12 rounds with Mikey Garcia because Mikey Garcia moved up. Man, you can't knock out everybody. Okay, Regis didn't have his best performance, but he easily.
And I'm
won
not
that last
basing this
fight.
off one performance.
No,
I just want
I'm
to
not
be the
saying
soul
that.
there.
But what I'm telling you is, if you sleeping on Regis Rougarou Prograis in this fight, you're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can see him. I hope not, but I can see him getting a knockdown. You can't put none of that past him. But what
You know what,
else
I'm
is
gonna
on the
break down.
docket?
Yeah,
man?
there's
what
some,
else is on the docket?
What else is on the docket?
I know this week we got some
Now,
fights.
Oh,
We got Emmanuel Rodriguez fighting this weekend, right?
Valdez is fighting this weekend. Oscar Valdez is
Oh,
nice.
that's right.
Did we talk about Anthony Joshua new opponent Hernandez?
Not really, man.
But
I mean, we
it's-
could.
I don't know.
Let's poll the audience.
I don't know. I don't know about this fight.
What about
I don't know how hard or how prepared Anthony Joshua really is for this fight. Because when I look at this, and I'm being honest, this ain't no knock. This is no knock. This is just me being. You have to look at it. Sometimes too much is too much.
He about to get on his Derrick James.
When you got
shit.
Derrick James.
Zoom in on him.
When you got Derrick James, who training all these fighters, right? And they got fights all around the same time. You got to have different game plans. You got to have plan A, B, and C, and D. And you got to have this for all these fighters. We see how the fight went with Frank Martin. I thought Frank Martin lost that fight. That's just me personally. I thought even though the dude took a knee, I thought Frank Martin lost. And this is no diss to him. He won that fight. And I can see why they gave it to him because it was close. So I'm not going to whoop-de-whoop. Y'all can have that. We seen how Earl Spence, my favorite fighter, the dude who I'm still riding with. We seen how Terrence Crawford just gave him a religious ass whooping.
Shellacking.
That was the type of ass whooping that make you a born again, whatever you believe in. You hear me? And like that's why Big Dog salute Terrence Crawford, because he showed us he is who he said he was. Right?
Facts.
So yeah.
Facts.
But I don't know how prepared Anthony Joshua is for this fight. How tired was Derrick James? Look at him. I thought it was crazy at first to see him hit the mid on Earl's face. But was you thinking you was training Anthony Joshua? Was you thinking you was training
confusing the
Martin?
heights.
Was you think you was training the newly accused Ryan Flash Garcia? Like, look, so how prepared is he for this fight, Derrick James? And
Is
then,
you betting on Hellenius?
Long story short.
Look.
Is he betting on Hellenius?
Look, Hellenius, he could punch. And we done seen
We
Anthony
seen
Joshua.
We seen what he did.
Anthony
Done seen
lights
Anthony
out Joshua.
But like, he's just coming off the Wilder knockout, and he got that little fake tune-up in like some dark gym somewhere.
What the hell was that?
He
That shit
got
looked like a-
one in. He needed to
Did
get
you?
one in.
Hellenius had a fight like in an
won,
alley.
Yeah. It was like a little. He said an
I
alley.
don't know what the hell that was. Yeah. But that was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Nah, it was like the other day, bro. Right on time. He
How
needed
long
that
did he
win.
go?
Nah, he got a stoppage. He
Yeah,
got a
so-
stoppage.
Hey,
I don't
hey,
know.
dog. Hellenius can box.
He certainly beat my guy. I can't, I'm picking AJ, but like,
Yeah.
Hellenius beat Adam twice.
Babyface.
Bro, that was my
Yeah.
guy. Like, I used to go record him
Yeah.
and interview him when he was a prospect. I watched him spar Big Baby and spar.
Like, can you knock
Like
Hellenius for
polite?
getting knocked out by Walder? Like,
No, you can't. No, you can't, but-
Walder touches you, you're going to
I don't know,
sleep.
AJ. You got to give
My
AJ
bad,
credit for this. I will say that because I would have some demons. It'd
Why?
be like, what? I would be like, Eddie, cancel the show.
Nah, but
Bruh, you gonna put me in that short minute again like you did with Ruiz? You
Yep.
got me beat? No, this mojo happening all over again.
Hellenius has everything to win.
Yeah.
Derrick James coming off of emotion. He's got to be emotionally shot, dog.
Word.
After that loss,
He out
He
here
just
trying to prove shit.
come back. Yeah.
He was already trying to prove shit.
And now
that's
you-
the problem.
that's the problem.
Hey, I wouldn't be
Can't
shocked to
tell.
see it's probably obviously AJ.
No, look.
Correa over here like,
The last word. That was
Can't tell.
the
Nah, that's
last word.
I
was
don't
Corey
know.
Johnson.
Like,
Corey
I
Bradshaw.
might be going with Hellenius in this fight. I might
The
be.
more
don't believe him.
No, I might be going with Hellenius. I don't trust
this is not
that
financial
Anthony
advice.
Joshua. This is my. I mean, I ain't said. Look, y'all could do what y'all want to do. I just don't believe. And then with a short week notice, if Derrick James couldn't get Earl Spence ready for the biggest moment in his life, you think Anthony Joshua was just that good? Where he done been in the game, he done been sowing his royal oats, making all this money. JJ, it come a time when you hit that wall. Hellenius hungry right now. I ain't saying he gonna win this fight, but I just don't trust Joshua's trainer. I don't know
Or Joshua's
if he
chin.
could come up with a game plan in 2 weeks.
Earl's trainer, FYI, Earl's trainer.
Yeah, it's AJ trainer, it's Jamel's trainer now. The
Is
undisputed.
he? Like, and that's another thing with me.
I got
Let me get this super chat. I got Bobby Shaw, $5. He said Haney moving like Earl and Shakur moving like Bud equals 80-20 equals look at resume equals take less money equals sounds fishy. I mean, champ, this super chat is like pretty it's like it's pretty annoying.
I thought you
No,
were getting
seriously, because it's like, bro, the sanctioning bodies, WBC specifically gives you 30% if you go to purse bid. If you and I cannot agree on what split we gonna do. So now I'm telling you, yo, JJ, you legally entitled to one shot at one of these belts. You get one shot at one of these belts. For this green one, you get 30%. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm throwing in the mother four. See that IBF, that WBO, that WBA, that Ring magazine, and that WBC for 25%. Like, what the fuck is we talking about? Like, how you saying somebody moving fishy? Like, you gotta rearrange those words. There's only one person moving fishy, and you just not comprehending that shit because like you entitled to 25, 30% of one belt. If you a WBA mandatory, you get 25%. You
So
see
he's-
Daniel Jacobs literally have to fight with Gennady Golovkin to get more, and he got denied.
Yeah.
Dillian White. Fury was like, man, fuck that. He getting 20%. They're like, no. Went to the WC. WC said, nah, you getting 20%. 20%.
Yeah. He's saying 80-20 for what?
He's exaggerating there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I missed
but
all the equal signs.
he's basically saying that Haney is
Moving
moving
like
like Earl. When Earl was already saying,
Oh,
I'm
I
doing
see.
a big
Yeah,
lifting,
I see
80-20, you know. He's trying to say he don't really want to make the fight, but it's not like Earl. Earl had 3 belts. Crawford still had 1. What is Shakur bringing to the table? I'll wait.
No, I love Shakur Stevenson, right?
He bringing Shakur. He bringing a heavy, not a heavy fan base, but people like me who think Shakur, like it's not even a question for me. Shakur's better than Devin Haney, and I really believe it. And if Devin Haney wants to say I'm the undisputed, I'm the best, I say fight the best.
But that's the problem.
That's the
Can't
problem.
Devin already say he's undisputed?
Facts.
JJ,
No,
that's
I'm
the
not. I don't
problem
want
right
to get.
there.
I don't want to get crucified on this because
No,
I'm not.
no.
like-
I know you think that, but look, Devin Haney is the undisputed champion. The question was, what do Shakur bring? I love
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson. Hard for me to go against him in any fight, but I don't know who will win out of him and Devin because I love both of them guys, so I'm right there with that fight. You ain't gonna hear me saying nothing about that. But Devin Haney is the creme de la creme right now.
Facts.
Understand? Shakur brings nothing. He have to.
He brings his fan base.
He brings his, but he have to take.
But all the belts is already there.
Yeah, he brings Devin definitely has the hardware. He's the champ. Nobody's and if
And Devin's the one on pay-per-view.
yeah.
They said Bill
Shakur's
Haney
never
just,
been on pay-per-view.
Bill
Yeah,
Haney
yeah.
just broke it down the other day. He said we had to take 2 flat fees to go to Australia.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
we
a hell of a
finally got our
breakdown.
percentage when we got on pay-per-view. Shakur, you're not a pay-per-view fighter. That's just facts. It's not downplaying the great fighter who Shakur is, who possibly can be Devin Haney.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
if I'm Shakur, and I posted this tweet, and it got mad shit. Actually, Shakur tweeted it yesterday. I said, don't come at me with the 25%, blah, 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 because I do think it's a low offer. I do. However, I do have another side to this. If I'm Shakur, with all that hardware, there's a lot of people who think Shakur wins that fight. That's an instant fast track to the top. It's his
He older than
prerogative.
Devin.
He wants to take the
Let me
20.
ask you something.
I'm saying he'll take the long road.
Let
is
me
what I'm-
ask you something on camera. Do you think John Ryder got 25% for undisputed versus Canelo?
No, hell no.
Okay.
But
know that
let's
since
not compare John Ryder.
okay, but you know
that
that since Mayweather went on camera saying that the Shakur needs the better offer and that Devin needs to be more fair, we checked his resume. He never gave nobody.
Never.
no.
He
Yeah.
I always gave him a flat fee.
He never gave nobody 25%.
So
The
the
only
nerve-
1 that came high was Mosley.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
man.
I'm saying I take the money if I'm Shakur.
No.
He's choosing not to.
No, but
Shit,
it's-
he's
but JJ,
got
it's
a route.
fair.
Like what you said, he could walk away with
JJ,
2 belts
I
by
just
the end of the year.
I
No,
just
but
don't
you
get
said
how you
it's-
say
you
it's
say
not
it's
fair.
not fair.
I said it's low.
No, it's not low. It's fair, JJ.
2
Shakur-
division champ,
it
pound for
don't
pound,
care
on
about that.
mini pound for pound
He is
list.
the undisputed.
Okay, so what are you bringing to this fight?
what is he
This
doing?
fight, to this fight.
He's bringing boxing writers' opinions. I know it's opinions, but that's what these youngsters chase a lot of the time.
But you can't feed Devin Haney's family
You're
with someone's opinion.
You're absolutely right. You can't.
JJ, Devin Haney
I'm not-
took, no, let me finish. Devin Haney did it the harder way, and people gonna have to respect that.
They not. That's
People
the
gonna have to
problem. They
respect
think he
that,
lost
bro.
the Loma fight, so they want him
Bro,
to do this.
he got to respect that. Shakur Stevenson got to respect that. Like you said, if Shakur want this fight, he gonna take what he got to get. Didn't Floyd Mayweather do that with De La Hoya?
De La Hoya was
He-
a
No, it
superstar
don't matter,
at the
right?
time. It's
You
a
know,
different
and that-
situation.
And that's what they keep doing. They
Say,
keep
JJ,
diminishing it. They
See,
keep
you
diminishing it.
De La Hoya
Fair.
was a-
No, see, when
I'm
Floyd,
not trying to not be
when
fair. What
Floyd
y'all mean
came
it's
out
not
and said-
fair?
Hold on, let me finish.
You
When
are.
Floyd
Y'all-
came out and said,
y'all called
Not
the big,
fair.
Y'all called Earl the big fish for
Yeah.
having 3 belts. So what
I
is
didn't-
what is
well,
Devin?
I didn't
no,
say that.
but that was the majority. It
I
ain't
didn't
about
say
you.
that.
You know
You
what
said
the world.
y'all.
You know what the world was saying,
Generalizing. He was
You know
the
what
big
the
fish
world
for
was
3
saying.
belts.
Hey, bro, people got to put respect on Devin Haney.
You
now.
heard me. Just
No,
put a
Devin
respect
Haney
on
calling
it.
shots. And it's
Facts.
to any fighter.
Facts.
At
And-
135, if Devin chooses to come back down there.
And you ain't also he ain't even thinking about this. Look.
I said I would do
What
it.
fight?
I
what
would
fight-
do it. I would
No,
advise
no.
Shakur to do it.
Stay on camera. What fight Do you remember the first fight that they start saying Devin needs to move up?
Man, it's been a shit. We've been talking about it for a minute now.
Okay, so which one?
Um,
I'm gonna say Linares.
yeah, it was right. It was right.
So after Linares, he had JoJo. After JoJo, he had Cambosos. After
Twice.
Cambosos,
Yeah, Cambosos
he
again.
did no. After Cambosos, he had the skeleton, and everybody really got scared. Second fight.
Yeah, all right.
Second fight, he looked
Yeah.
like Skeletor. They
Yeah.
put his face next to Michael Jackson's face. Remember? So for the Loma weigh-in, what they did, ceremonial weigh-in. They didn't even show us what he looked like. So you telling me a dude that's been sacrificing? Thank you. You telling me a dude that's been sacrificing to make this weight offers you 25% of undisputed, JJ. Think about this, because Shakur already lost his shot. It's over. He's gonna hate me, but he lost his shot. Look.
Hell yeah, he did.
He offered you 25% of undisputed. You said no. Now he's champion in recess. Now Shakur fights for one belt. You see that? But it's over. He's literally out here searching for an opponent to fight for one belt. So how could that offer be bad?
The numbers. Okay, I'm talking about from the
I
perspective.
don't want to cut you off. I just want to remind you also this. Shakur himself said, if Devin fights me at 35, he's going to struggle to make weight. So now you said that already.
Sure.
He's
Shakur-
giving you a shot at all the belts. You got an advantage. Why you ain't take it?
He's just man. This guy's got. I'm not fucking defending Shakur Stevenson.
I'm
for
not
walking
saying you
away,
is.
yeah.
I'm just saying. You can't
If
call it an
I'm
unfair
a 20
offer.
something year old
Yeah,
dude,
but he
it's a
older
low
than
offer.
Devin though.
I didn't say he wasn't.
He older than Devin.
Dylan's
JJ.
24.
Yeah, I didn't say he
he
wasn't.
Listen, Shakur got to respect the road you have to get to.
And he had a fast track. He dropped the ball.
No,
I'm agreeing with y'all. He had a fast track.
He had a fast track than Devin.
He
He
had a-
didn't have Devin didn't have all the necessities
promoter.
that Shakur did. Devin had to start. Him and
In
his daddy had to
Mexico.
go to Mexico. Like, bro, Devin didn't come out getting signed to Top Rank. It took for a company like The Zone to throw something at him. That's why I'm glad after this Top Rank deal that Devin Haney and Bill Haney went to do business again with The Zone, because they was the first promotional company.
Well, don't forget Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime too.
We gave him that he had like a 3-fight deal, plus he had an all access as a fucking showbox fight.
Yeah.
So when I hear Shakur Stevenson getting 25%, my initial reaction is that's a low offer because I think so damn highly of him. But y'all are absolutely right. All the hardware, undisputed. You're still getting a fat paycheck. 25% of that fight's going to be more than
I
a lot
bet
of
you
shit.
right
So,
now, him and his team wish they took it, because now you don't get a shot. Like, I'm giving you a shot at the history books. There's only 9 men to do it.
with all that being said, I still think we see Shakur at the top of the fucking pound for pound list. All of this, Shakur's going to be the one that comes out of all of this. Like I think the world of that guy. So that's probably why when I hear 25%, I'm like, that's
Yeah,
low.
But see, it's not low. For a
With
guy
the
like-
circumstances.
But
with
it's
the
not,
circumstances.
It's not low though, Jay.
Undisputed at
No,
stake.
it's
You know what
not. No. Shakur had all the advantages, right? Devin Haney didn't. He had to earn his way, like Bill Haney said, to get independence.
Mm-hmm.
He had to earn that, bro. Shakur came, and it's respect to Shakur. That's how good of a fighter he was. He made it to the Olympics. He got signed by Top Rank. Devin wanted to turn pro early at 16. People didn't believe in him. He had to crutch, and you know how they say you got to crawl before you walk?
Yeah.
He crawling, now he walking, now he cruising. Now everybody have to understand that Devin Haney is calling the
He's calling the
shots,
shots, and ain't shit you can
Let
do
me get
about
to
it.
this. I got marketing guru $5. Shakur should have never lost his belts on a scale at 130. At the end of the day, it's Kerr's fault for missing weight. Now he can barely get a fight in 135. Yeah, but I want y'all to understand that too. Even if he didn't lose his belt at 30 and he called Mauricio and activated his status, it's still only for one belt. So you got to make me agree. Like, you got to make me happy to put all my belts on the line, because I could just be like, man, fuck that belt. Like, you forgot who did that? Tyson Fury, when he beat Vlad. He got rid of the IBF. That's how motherfucking AJ became a champ. Because Charles Martin won that belt in a vacant title shot. Like, you can't push a champion to make a mandatory on day split. Like,
That's just like Bruce Ennis. He had this opportunity to fight Crawford. Crawford sent him a contract.
I don't know about all that contract.
No, that's what they said. That's what
Who?
Crawford said. He said he sent out.
contract?
He said they sent out
I don't even know I have more Gatorade.
information to fight all these guys, and nobody wanted to
I
fight
know
him.
that
But that's
Bozy. I know that
understandable.
Bozy said something like he told he called Espinoza because they got something with Espinoza, but I didn't know they actually.
No,
signed
but
the
I
contract.
sided with Jerron Bruce Ennis because I'm not finna come fight you on the starter app and look at the starter app now. If I'm with a company like Showtime, I'm not finna delegate from Showtime just because they say it's for
Shit,
a
that
title
started
fight.
at work for Bud though.
Did it?
That gave him leverage.
I know, but where are they at
He
now?
was it. They still pumping. I followed them. They still pumping.
I seen a
Crawford.
commercial the other day,
And
but it
they-
wasn't boxing. It
And
said
no, they
BLK.
got boxing. They got boxing.
Oh, I
it's
saw a
it's like
BLK
Tuesdays.
commercial.
They're not doing it on that level no more.
Yeah.
They're not on that level no
With
more.
AB
but,
and
but they
Bud.
doing little fights. I think the Fernando Vargas brothers fought on there. Marv Nation had one of their fights with Jocasta
Who watching?
Valle.
And no disrespect, but ain't nobody looking for them. Like, and that's respectfully.
Damn, for the Vargas
No,
brothers?
I'm not saying they not up and coming, but ain't nobody looking for them on no BLK Prime. We want to see you on. That's what we're looking for.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
You know that BLK Prime had to give a lot of refunds back for that Terrence Crawford fight because of the way it telecasted. So,
Nah, I mean, it worked for me.
yeah, you was one of the lucky ones.
You were one of the lucky
There's a lot of
ones.
people
This
around the
was
world,
true.
and it's just no shot at BLK Prime. I hope they is very successful in what they do. But if I agree with Jerron Ennis and his daddy Bruce Ennis, I'm not going to leave Showtime to come fight right there.
I mean, but he didn't have to leave Showtime. He also they gonna say what they gonna say, but like you've been doing this long enough. You gotta see the moves. Like Jerron was like number 2 in the WBO, and all of a sudden he went to the IBF.
Yeah.
That's an Al move or a Showtime move.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, yo, if you keep getting highly ranked over there, we're gonna have to send you over there, or we're gonna have to bring him over here. And I mean, the writing's on the wall. They never wanted Crawford over there, bro. They never even offered to do the multi-fight deal. Like, to this day, he didn't get a multi-fight. He got a 1-fight deal with Earl with a rematch clause. It's like, why y'all not offering this dude a 5-fight deal? Like, give him Earl in a rematch. Give him Thurman in a rematch. Give him Jerron.
And I bet they're regretting it now, dog, because like we were talking about a little bit earlier today. Look at Bud this morning, Good Morning America. Like, he is introducing himself to the public, dude.
I just hope that this victory lap that he's doing on all these channels reinvigorates him, and he stopped talking this 1-fight shit.
Isn't that CBS, Good Morning America?
Yeah.
Which is owned by Showtime? I mean, which owns Showtime? Which maybe
I don't
there's
know.
something there. Maybe they got some long-term plans for the
I
guy.
hope.
Because CBS, why would you
Listen,
put Bud Crawford on there?
It would serve Al Heyman right to do the best that he can to create the first 3-time undisputed champ under his roster, so that when the books close and someone opens to read it, say Terrence Crawford was the first male to ever do 3-time undisputed, and that fight was on PBC, and that belongs to Al Heyman. Man,
He's got the players there.
you gotta
Like,
do that.
Yeah,
Like, if you Al, you also gotta think legacy. You can't just only think about the fighters. Like, you the dude to make PBC. You the dude to bring Floyd Mayweather to the world at his greatest level.
But
Don't
in
get
Terrence
stubborn.
Crawford-
Don't get stubborn with it now.
No,
Don't get
but-
stubborn just because Bud is Bud and
in
y'all.
Terrence
Yeah.
Crawford defense, he holds all the leverage right now. You got to understand, y'all may 600,000, 50,000 people watched it, but that next Saturday, who everybody was
Oh, yeah.
subscribed
More than
to
that.
Showtime, it was way more people.
But not only that, bro. You know that day, how many people seen it on social media
Yeah.
because of the little clips? Like,
Yeah.
even Showtime put out
So
clips.
Terrence Crawford, big time right now.
Big time.
Yeah.
This is the first time, like truly in his career, where I think he could dictate what he want to do.
Oh,
now.
1000%.
So if I'm Terrence Crawford, I'm not signing no big. We could do.
Yeah, but you do have to, because you're not gonna sign to stay free for what? What do Matchroom got?
I mean,
What does Top Rank got,
if
who
I-
he's in a lawsuit with?
No,
Like,
no.
the only
I
thing
do
he
deal
need
with
is right
BBC,
there.
But I do it look,
Fight
if
by
I-
fight.
Fight by fight. If I'm Terrence Crawford,
But he got everybody you need. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm Terrence,
Everybody
honestly,
at 154 there.
it sucks. It sucks
everybody-
how we as fans work, right? Because I wish I was Terrence in this moment so that I could plan out the rest of his career. Right?
Hell
He
yeah.
he don't want to break Floyd's record. I want him to break Floyd's record.
Yeah.
That's what
that's
we.
exactly what
Like,
I was
champ,
saying.
what's wrong with right now? Like, yo, that was a tough fight. Tough
Yeah.
fight with Earl, right? Go to the UK.
Yeah.
Beat up on Conor Ben in the O2.
Yeah.
He a rookie.
Make some money too,
Yeah.
though.
Grow
Lots
your
of
name.
it.
You did that. You
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
Jump up to 54. Not even like fight after you do that. Then you do Keith Thurman. Then you jump up to 54.
Keith Thurman will sell.
Beat up on Tim
Crawford.
Tszyu. Now you got 3 fights in. You need another what? 9?
Yep.
No, another
No,
seven.
yeah, the 7 at that point. 7.
Look, I think
Put him
No,
at 43-0 at that point.
like I was
No,
saying.
but we need
Oh, you
51.
wanna break it.
We
Yeah,
gotta
you're trying
break
to
the
break
record.
it.
We
I
gotta break the record.
just think right now, look, I'm with you on that. Terrence Crawford needs to do what he want to do right now. Like you say, that's a good fight. You got to do fights that make sense, that could sell. But he earned his right to finally, he needs to have that victory lap.
No, he doing it, but I just don't like that in some of them interviews he's like, only one fight. I'm 36. I only want one fight more. I just want to fight Charlo. Like,
Yeah, but
bruh,
what
like,
else can he do then?
it's so many dudes he could pluck off. Now that he driving, now that the promoters are gonna put the money behind him, he could just pluck off so many dudes. Like, bro, he could pluck off Virgil.
Yeah.
That's an
But
undefeated dude in
that's not a big
Texas.
fight, though.
It's
Yo,
a lot
you
of
tripping.
Latinos in here
No,
in Texas,
listen, listen,
but it
no.
won't go past Texas.
Listen,
It won't go
nobody.
past Texas.
All right. So let's get
I
this
like
out the
your,
way.
I like your UK idea.
Let's get
Shit,
this out the
now
way.
you
Let's get this
talking
out the way.
money.
There's not many people that's gonna get to 1 million pay-per-view buys.
No, I know.
Oh yeah,
I know,
that should not be the standard.
But
So-
I
so
think
we looking-
Crawford
we looking
passed
to
up
do-
Virgil, though. I
But
think-
we looking to do 350,000. Virgil's Mexican. Crawford's black. It's the green print. Floyd said that.
Coming off a Spence victory
It don't
against
gotta.
Ortiz.
It don't gotta be
You know
off.
what?
I'm just trying to find
I
11
want
fights.
to see him. Why not?
So on that
why not
point,
blood
on
the
that
floor
point.
card? Why not blood cards?
I need him
That
too.
makes sense.
You wanna see Bud get
we,
mad.
We need 11.
Blood
we need
card.
11
Yeah,
people.
that's what I'm saying.
We need 11
You
people.
wanna see
So
somebody get
Blair, bring Blair. Fuck.
Yeah.
Josecito wants some?
Yeah.
Get the fuck up over here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whatever. But we need 11 people to
Yeah.
break that record.
But look, you got to understand. He a fighter, so when you get 36, you start saying, "Oh, retire."
Yeah.
But he don't really mean that in his
I
head.
hope,
though.
'cause
He
Wilder
don't.
said
got
it
6
and then
kids,
didn't
dog,
mean it.
pulling you
No,
home. 6
he don't-
children.
Look, Earl.
The
was-
next
I
day
mean,
he was at her track meet.
Floyd Mayweather was talking about retirement for a long time. He didn't do it. I think Terrence Crawford, as spectacular as he was, we don't never see Terrence Crawford do nothing like this.
Bro.
So he enjoying this taste.
I would do Conor Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Next, Cody Crowley.
Yeah.
Then Thurman.
God damn,
You
you
feel
just
me?
patting it up,
Look,
man. So listen, look what we're
undefeated,
listen what we're
undefeated
listen,
Cody Crowley.
what we're
He
obviously.
throw 1,000 punches a fight. We gonna
Look,
break him in
I
half.
wanted to talk about this with you, so I'm glad you're leading this in. We're basically padding Bud's record right now, right? Essentially.
Cody Crowley's undefeated. Conor Ben is undefeated. What you mean patting his record?
What Floyd
Okay,
do?
you just all right. Yeah, no,
What
I
Floyd
know.
do?
Hear me out here. Let's say Bud doesn't do that. Let's say Bud just takes on a Jamel and maybe a Jamel rematch if it's close or whatever, and he retires at 42-0. Okay, hear me out. Can we talk about Crawford being better than Floyd ever in boxing? Like, can
With
he
that resume? I mean, he
Two
got
Jamels,
he's got,
three-time
he got the
undisputed.
argument. He got the argument
It's
for
an
2-time
argument.
and
Well, no.
and 3-time undisputed. So that's something Floyd never did. So there's gonna be people.
It's
And
an
then what he
always
did
say-
in the welterweight division?
It's an
Yeah,
argument.
but
but-
the
147.
welterweight people he fought, not the
Yeah.
welterweight
So
people that Floyd fought.
what does Bud need to do? Because I was just talking about this. Inoue and Bud are the new wave, right? Let's talk about truly elite
Bro,
boxers.
what do you need to
Hear me out.
do?
No.
What you laughed at? Clear
Yeah.
out the entire division.
So we just need to see him against guys that
He
are
gotta-
obviously inferior to
no,
him.
he got to b-hop the division.
And if you, so that's what you want to see. You have to see the number 51-0
No.
before you
no,
say
no,
that
no,
dude
no.
is the goat.
No. I mean, listen. He's the this show. You didn't see what Frampton said?
Nah.
He said this version of Crawford beats whatever welterweight version of Floyd.
That's what we talked about on the way out here. Yeah, 147. I'm sorry, I hate a lot of people hear this. You know what it feels like to me? is that in the NFL, everybody was starting to talk about Tom Brady being the GOAT, and everybody's like, no, holding on to Joe Montana for as long as they could. At some point, it's okay to start considering, hey, maybe there's somebody outside of Floyd
Yeah,
Mayweather.
but how many Super Bowls did Montana have?
4.
All right, and how many does Brady
Brady
have?
finished with 7.
All right,
That's what I'm
the thing.
saying.
Floyd
How
got
many-
24
how-
champions. This dude only got
So,
18 title fights.
regardless of the eye test and all that stuff, like you have to see the 51-0. Is that what I'm
Jay,
saying?
but you got to look
before you
at-
put that stamp
I
on
would
it.
just break it just cause this. Yo, first of all, Floyd's a hater. He hated.
I think we can all agree to that right
he
now.
on video telling people who watch the fight, Earl so weight drained he need to skip 54, go straight to 60 or 68. He said if Floyd Mayweather, if I was training him, he'd be at 60, 60. What the fuck? So you discrediting Crawford's win? Yeah. So I would purposely break your fucking record.
Yeah, nah, seriously, Floyd always been a hater. And, like, the one thing killed me with him, he was a great, extraordinary boxer, right? But, dude, you're not the godfather in boxing. Like, you as a promotional
Phenomenon.
promoter, you suck at
Oh,
promoting.
I thought you meant-
like,
I thought you meant-
the only good thing about when he was promoting was Javante Day, and, you know.
But that's the thing. You see, that's what he got. As much like Ellerby will hear this and save him by saying, "We make stars."
Yeah, it's just
And
one
you
guy.
like, but you ain't got no. What about Tank?
Yeah.
And then you like, but that's only one. He's like, yeah, the only one to do $1 million though. Like at the end of the day, they do have them stats.
But
But
is Tank still
I'm
with
with you.
Mayweather?
No. Who knows, right?
Who
Because
knows?
Tank
That's what I was
was
gonna
there.
say, yeah.
I mean, Floyd was there. Ellerby was there. I mean,
They
who
in the
knows,
ring.
bro? They probably trying to sell it so we buy pay-per-views.
That's what I'm saying. Every time it gets close to
Little
fight time,
drama,
yeah,
little
So he
oh,
with him. It just say GTD now.
Yeah.
I think.
Who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe Floyd's an advisor to him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's
but
funny.
I do like the fact of what you were talking about earlier with Javante Davis going up to 147 and fighting Terrence Crawford. That is the next fight I want to see.
Even if Tank don't do that, right? Like if Tank team don't do that, again, how else you gonna make 40 million?
yeah, they-
Fight Keith Thurman. I don't know that they do 1 million pay-per-view buys with Keith Thurman, but Keith did 600 with Pacquiao, who was old. Tank is the future and can punch. And then we play some old Keith Thurman highlights when he was really one time, and we show highlights of Tank. Sell that shit, bro.
yeah.
I mean,
can see
I
that,
want
yeah.
Tank at welterweight. That's where the money's
And
at.
then I would like to see Tank versus a Thurman too. That's a big
That's
fight
what I'm
to
saying.
me.
Tank
It's
Thurman.
intriguing. It's intriguing. We need to see, man. We keep
Bro,
throwing
they
Keith
got the
Thurman's
common,
name out there.
They got the
dog.
common opponent with Barrios.
Yeah, but we saw how Thurman's not the same Thurman no more.
I
We
mean,
keep throwing
we
that
don't know
Thurman's
that.
name out there just because it's
What you mean he's not the same
he
Thurman?
beat Barrios.
What you mean he's not the same Thurman though?
we.
See, that's
He's
what
got
I don't
some
like.
bad performances.
See, that's what I don't
He do.
like right there. Keith Thurman is a former unified champion who only lost one fight.
Long
Yeah,
time
but
ago.
inactivity. They
I don't
give him
care-
credit because
I
of the
don't- no,
inactivity.
But
no,
inactivity's
see,
a
no,
real
listen, no,
thing.
listen,
Ask
listen.
Errol.
See, no,
Ask
it ain't
Errol.
about no inactivity, no.
Absolutely
See,
it
a lot
is.
of us out here, we don't live, eat, and breathe. Keith Thurman's been boxing since he was a little boy. When you grow up in
He
boxing,
having kids.
I
and
know,
he
but you got to.
married.
He's so
but you got
peaceful
to
now,
get,
dog.
That's great. He
He
gave his.
domesticated.
But that's good. He gave his body that break. You got to do that.
You right, but where's the time in that? You got that rust on.
Well, yeah, the timing is now like. how
No.
we-
I'm talking about his timing, like
Yeah,
Frank
but-
Martin said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and
how,
the rust he gonna
yeah,
have
but
from
how,
not being
but how,
in the ring.
look, I don't know what Keith Thurman gonna be when he come back, but I truly believe Keith Thurman is gonna be the same Keith Thurman we used to see. Now, when you say not the same, he might not have the power that he once had, but he still can move around in that ring and box, bro. Like,
Let's see
I think
Keith Thurman next. I think. I mean, you're going to see the rust, dog. It's inevitable. Inactivity just kills a fighter, especially if he's fighting a low-level opponent. Keith Thurman is one of those guys that fights the levels of opponent.
Yeah, but he gonna have to fight up for 10.
For sure, he's gonna have to fight up for Tank. But if he comes out with a tune-up fight, I think we're gonna see kind of slow, rusty-ass Keith Thurman.
I
I
got
know y'all love
marketing
him.
guru, $2. What y'all think about Tank versus Tia?
Oh,
that
now
too.
You know
that
what's funny? You
Got
know
me
what's
licking
funny?
my chops.
On my show, I had mentioned Tio versus Bud. Because here's why. when he was going to fight Loma, I didn't think Tia was going to win. He won. When he went to fight Taylor, I didn't think Tia was going to win. He won.
Right there with you on both of those.
And that's two.
Man.
Loma wasn't undisputed, but he was unified. And then
Josh
Taylor was undisputed. But that's two pound for pound fighters that he beat. Like, who's to say he can't go up and just pluck
Yeah,
Crawford?
140 already. He done been there 3 fights now, right?
Pluck Crawford?
Who else?
Man,
Who else, bro? Listen.
No, you just
this
said
is-
it. Tank. Who said
this
it?
is-
Which one of y'all said? No,
he
yeah,
said
Tank.
Tank.
said.
He said Tank, but
Huh?
I said
I mean, Tio at 140.
Yeah,
he
but
been in
Tank-
like 3 fights now, Jay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but Tank's got some experience.
no. I
140.
ain't saying Tank.
But-
I'm saying
but you're-
Crawford. I'm
Tio
saying Tio
versus-
go to
And
47.
fight Crawford. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tio. And Tio been at 147, like,
No,
I mean, at
43.
at 140 for like 3 fights now.
What we saw from Teofimo Lopez against
Versus
Josh Taylor.
Taylor?
Oh my God. Another. If it wasn't for Anyway and Bud, that would be for me like, damn.
So,
And
so
that's-
why
and
why-
that's what I'm
So why
saying.
you give up on Earl Spence like that? Because Tio took a loss in tremendous fashion against
You see my criticism.
George Cambosos. And
came
it
back.
mentally messed him up, and he was able to come back. So with
And
everybody
this,
out
and
here
I
saying,
can't even think he could do that. I
Yeah,
thought he was
Facts.
done.
Yeah,
I thought
He
was
shut
done.
me up. You're right.
And
He
when
shut me
people
up.
out here saying, I don't think Earl is the favorite. I'm rooting for him, but I'm not gonna sit up here and be dumb to the fact in that religious ass whooping he just got from Terrence Crawford. I'm not gonna sit up here and say he's gonna be the favorite. But look at stories like Tio. Tio was able to come back and do that against. That's what. Oh no, let me get to you now. When you said that about Regis Prograde, look how Tio looked the fight before Josh Taylor. How Tio look after that? So how we know Regis Prograde?
did you not see
how
the-
do we know Regis Prograde
Won't look
ain't gonna
good.
come out and look good like that against Devin Haney? Because guess what? Tio knew what type of moment it was.
They both 2-time champs.
Bet your money on Regis then. Bet your money on Regis then. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen. But Teofimo, going back to you, that's why I started my sentence with, if that's the Teofimo we're gonna get, the one we saw from Josh Taylor, dog, that man shut me up. I thought he was done. I thought mentally he was checked out.
Is that enough though? Was that performance enough? To,
When I sprinkle that with how I saw how he responded with Loma, how I see how he performs when the lights are
When
shining,
on a
dog.
high level.
Dude, he turns it up. He turns it up when it's the ant. He drives me crazy. I can't stand the
With the
antics.
hands down?
No, I'm talking about the outside the ring shit. I can't stand that. But what we saw in the ring from Teofimo, damn, if not that, which is reasonable, 135 jump to 140. That's now we're seeing all these double weight jumps. That's why I just kind
Yeah,
of.
but Jay, he been at the weight for 3 fights though.
Oh, Tio and Crawford. Yeah, that was.
No, he's saying that's a better jump than Tank
talking-
moving
yeah.
up.
Not really, because Tank done been at 140 already.
One time.
One time. He done been there.
And you know why it's best for Tank to get the fight with Crawford in December
Tank in December, Crawford
versus Crawford? Because he just got out of jail. So he wasn't training. So he not nowhere near 135. Now is the time to build him into a welterweight. He was in jail for 45 days minimum.
But can you hear
not
the
working
excuses
out.
already? Fresh out of jail.
So what?
Coming up
They
in
was
weight.
gonna make the excuses for him.
This will be his
Earl
third
was-
fight this year.
I'm talking
who
about
cares?
who? Tank?
Tank.
Yeah. I see that, but I'm just telling you what the
Jay,
excuses
who
are.
cares about the excuses? They said Earl was gonna do this. I tell everybody to shut the hell up with the excuses. Terrence Crawford was just a better man
I just
than
wish
that.
it was easier to make fights because it's like
Yeah.
you brought up Blair Cobb. I've been waiting for Blair Cobb
Yeah.
to get back. Bro, he
Blair Cobb
destroyed
has been
Hooker.
waiting for Blair Cobb to come back.
He
I feel for
destroyed
him,
Hooker.
man.
He deserves to be
He
back
did.
in the ring, man. They ain't give him nothing.
Hey, I know when AB was looking for an opponent, B-Hop threw
B-Hop
that.
said
Threw
he
that
wanted
yeah.
that fight.
He said, "I'll sign him tomorrow."
But you know, AB, you know, he went over there with Don King, which
Bro,
to
AB
me,
ain't even right though.
Nah,
Look, he
we
took that
seen
money
it.
from Don King. He back to being
AB
fucked
again.
up and shit, looking
It's
crazy
sad,
on
dog.
live
And
and
I
shit.
heard begging Floyd, writing them serenades like Floyd, talk to me, and we don't care about none of that. Because we told you, Adrian Broner, years ago when you were doing all your antics, burning money, you know, embarrassing people, like the major
Proposing.
thing, proposing on the ground, embarrassing that young lady like that in front of all the people. Now everything's shifting back on him. So look, I wish no harm on him, but I don't feel sorry for Adrian
Nah,
Broner
I
right
feel
now.
bad.
I don't.
I want
I
Swin to
don't.
get it right.
No, I want him to get it right, but I don't feel bad because it's up to Adrian Broner. We've been telling Adrian Broner this over and over and over again.
They were so quick to blame that podcast the other day, and no accountability on AB.
Word.
You know what I mean?
I got Kai that says $5. Bud chasing greatness. Why y'all talking about staying at 47 when it's hard, and he gains nothing to fight these guys up? No, he gains nothing to fight these up
He
guys.
does-
Tank is the guy, 147 and under. I mean, that's why you stick around to 147 to fight Tank. Like, you answered your own
No, but
question.
he's talking about his legacy, dog, and I feel him. I don't want.
Yo,
well, you know what
Bud's,
happened? to
Bud's
Flo-
legacy is already cemented. Let me tell you something.
But-
He's the first male undisputed in the 4-belt era, and then he's the first male to do it twice in the 4-belt. Like,
But here's what Bud fans don't
he's,
want, dog.
he's cemented.
What you mean? What they don't?
No,
want?
no. Listen, what we don't want is we know Bud is the top of the creme de la creme right now. If he starts stuffing his like this guy said, just building the resume, just building the resume, he's gonna get accused of what
after you get
Mayweather
through.
got accused of
I
doing
don't care
at
about
the
that.
end of his
Yeah.
career.
I don't care about
I'm
that.
talking
because-
about the history books and legacy and-
the difference between Mayweather.
It sucks that they talk
No,
about
but
that
that
with
is,
Mayweather.
but
the
that is
difference-
history.
but JJ,
that is history.
So you
He
want
got-
Bud to have that same?
But
He
the
has
difference-
11. He has 11 knockouts.
The
Why
diff-
can't he finish his
yeah.
career with 25 knockouts?
The difference
streak?
between Mayweather and Bud Crawford, Mayweather never finished a division.
Cleared it.
Crawford finished it twice, bro.
Cleared it
Crawford
twice.
had to take so much shit, not only from me, but from a lot of people who thought Earl Spence was gonna beat him. Bro, every fight, it's about the dollars now. Ness said it earlier. You just made 25 million versus Earl. Tank just made $40 million. You wanna go backwards from making that amount of money when you can make these big, he at the position right now where he can make big fights happen that make sense money-wise.
That fight happens, take my money. I just didn't think it could grow legs. I don't think just
What
because
fight?
Tank versus Crawford.
I
but,
mean,
you
look,
know,
it-
but
it-
that's that fight. I feel
It
like we're
probably
just
won't
wishing,
happen because
wishful thinking here.
Because it's gonna take Tank to want to be great, and it's gonna take Bud to open up his mind a little bit because he's not been as receptive. You know, the best thing he said was if Tank come up, then we can fight. But Tank ain't in my division, so it's like, you know, we could only hope because really there's no other bigger fight. I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't
think
know any
you
other
don't think
bigger
Crawford
fight.
versus Jamel would be a bigger fight?
It's a fight.
It ain't gonna do the numbers of Tank
It'll-
and
it'll
Crawford.
undisputed?
It'll never
No.
do the numbers
It'll
of Tank
do
and
big
Crawford.
numbers and it'll be way
You think
more.
it'll do
It'll
more?
be
You think
way
it'll do more
more.
than Earl and Charlie? You think it'll do more than Earl and Crawford did? No.
Nah, probably
I got
not.
Kyle with another $5. He said, so drain himself to fight Tank. Okay, and Shakur fight is better with Tank. Y'all stop disrespecting Bud with that. Tank and
I
Shakur is
agree
not
with
as
you.
big as Tank and Bud.
We just
bro.
talking money right now. That's what we
we
got.
talking big.
Pure
We
money
talking
right
big.
now.
We talking big. Now, if you want to talk competitiveness in their respective divisions, yeah, you know, Tank and Devin, Tank and Shakur.
And Bud and Jamel. If you know Jamel come back down, you know, figure out a way to get
You
that
know,
belt.
Bud and
3-2.
Boots, Bud and Boots, Bud and Thurman, Bud and Jamel, Bud and Zoo. I'll take all them fights.
Yeah, me too.
But he's got options now.
But Jay-
And just a year ago he didn't. All you know.
It's about what Bud Crawford want to do.
Because you only as good as your last fight, man. That's how
It's
this
about
sport
what he
works.
want to do now. Like Earl been talking about he the biggest. He was get to do this. He get to do that. He get to pick and choose. But Crawford can't do that now. We was just talking
Yeah.
earlier about how Earl fought Mikey Garcia. Shit, Earl got to fight Ocampo. Well, damn.
I mean, Crawford got the fight Evan easy.
No, I know, but Crawford did that because he was smart about the shit, which played out to be smart to me. He didn't want to come into the ring rusty.
Yeah,
so.
but Crawford's Ocampos is Thurman and Boots. Those are his mandatories. Ocampos was a mandatory for the IBF.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. What else? What else?
What
What else?
else?
We wrapping it up? What else we got?
I'm good. Whatever you yeah.
What else we was talking about on that list?
What you talking about? How
did
bad
you talk
boxing media
about
is?
Clarissa shit?
Well, I was talking more about the fans.
Oh,
how
yeah.
we,
Yeah.
again, how we quick to throw dirt on a fighter or, you know, throw a fighter away for a loss. Like Earl's, like we said, you know, he lost and then all of a sudden now he's not good. He was never good. He's a one-trick pony. His trainer's no good. His trainer is overwhelmed. His trainer got too much on his plate. It's just like we don't know how to appreciate the big fight. It's like we beg for the big fight. Then when we get it, we shit on one person no matter what. And, it's not right because how do you get the big fight again. How do you get Ryan to fight Tio if you saying, you know, he's soft, he took a knee,
Yeah.
he was there for the money, you know, he ain't really tried. Like, how is he gonna fight Tio now? How's he gonna fight Devin if he knows what to expect? And I'm just saying we gotta change as a community because, man, we savages, bro.
Yeah, the roasting shit is too much. But on the other side of that, playing devil's advocate, we saw what Ryan Garcia was
In his toughest moment.
in his toughest moment.
Yeah,
I'm not saying the man quit. I don't know what he was feeling, but there's a lot of evidence proving that he made the decision to stay on that knee. So in a sense, he did that to himself.
He did.
There's only so much media can say, or fans, or whoever the hell can say.
Yeah, but he stood on his knee from one of the biggest punches in history.
Yeah, I know though, but see, the hype around this fight, like, I look, the hype around this fight, he got to get up and show us that he really want this fight because Ryan Garcia was the one who was
But
gassing.
those body shots, I mean,
Who
No,
was
I
it?
know.
Just a
You
week
guys-
later,
you
dude.
guys-
A week later, it was a Friday night fight or something. I forget who it was. It got hit with a mean ass.
yeah, but you guys had to have interviewed fighters and trainers that tell you that body
Absolutely.
shots are debilitating. Like
Absolutely. That's
sometimes you just can't get up.
Yeah.
fact. No, but I'm saying what I heard, what he said in the corner when he was talking to Goosen.
He said they hit me in the rib.
Hit
The
me in
rib
the
that was
rib.
already sore. The rib that was already broke.
It
I
did.
mean,
again,
it ain't like Tank's team didn't tell us.
Allegedly.
I mean, Tank's team
I mean,
knew.
but it's allegedly though.
We had the Mongolian Mole. What are we talking about here, fellas?
Hey, that we confirmed that Mongolian guy wasn't the mole.
Oh yeah.
And but like I said,
Ryan,
that's
I am
why
sorry.
This is the third.
that's why I respect Earl Spence. People talking about the fight should have been stopped 2 rounds earlier. No, Earl Spence is a fighter, bro. Like you was a 3-belt champion. No, you gonna have to take these belts from me. And that's what Terrence Crawford did. You don't stop no champion unless you see a champion and
I mean, I wouldn't say that because, you know, I'm sure Mark Breland did what he did because he saw what he saw. You feel me? Sometimes there was people begging
that's
for
a
that fight to
heavyweight
be
though.
stopped.
That's a
No,
heavyweight.
what Bud
but-
was throwing was heavy
Yeah,
weight.
bro,
That's a
bro.
That was
heavyweight, though.
heavy weight.
And let me tell you,
yeah.
we were rooting for stoppage because that was like, yo, like.
There's a rematch clause, dog.
bro.
Hey,
he need to get hit like
Go
that.
back to the drawing board. If I know that I got a rematch clause, my fighter's taking a beating.
We
know
gonna do it again.
He wasn't gonna get out of that, dog. After round 5, 6,
Nah,
you
that
could
shit was
tell.
tough.
Hey, you live to fight another day.
We got Jesse Hernandez. What up, Ness? Like your shirt. Welcome, bro. Welcome to Big D.
Sure.
You should try the Mexican restaurant. Won't be the disappointed.
Which
The
one?
Mexican. It's called The Mexican?
Oh, I never heard of that.
What part of town is in?
Yeah, we're part
Sounds
of town.
delicious.
But yeah, man, I'm ready to see. I want to see Tank versus Crawford now.
You got you
That
convinced.
fight,
about-
no, that fight makes sense, bro.
I do. You think his handlers
No,
will ever
I
make that
think-
happen,
I
dog?
think
I mean,
Tank-
listen, let me-
I think
let me
Tank
give
could
you
just
some
as good as
math,
fight
right?
in this fight.
Let me give you some math because it might not happen, right? Like again, Tank gotta want to make that type of money again, so that means he's gotta. That type of money is gonna motivate him to be competitive. But if he fights Isaac Pitbull Cruz and does 350,000 pay-per-views, that's $28 million. So you figure they're not gonna give Cruz 3, but let's just for easy math say he gets 3 million, but he's not getting 3
Yeah.
million. He is not.
That
getting
would
3
be the
million.
ceiling. That would be the ceiling.
Man, that man
Yeah.
ain't getting 3 million.
Well,
And
as
this
much
another
as he's
case.
he's begging for that.
And this is another
motherfucker,
case
too.
right here. Because Tank is the A-side fighter. We agree.
Against
Yeah.
who?
Against-
Crawford.
Of course.
Will Crawford take less money?
Hold up, Tank is the A side against Terrence.
He
Bud
just
Crawford?
did 1.2
Come
million.
on, you
Jay.
out here playing
But
games,
you
JJ.
saw who was on the other side of that, right?
It don't matter.
JJ. But look,
Earl
how
Spence
many
and
how many
Terrence.
how many positive? How many?
You just said
listen,
Taylor's
listen,
calling all the shots.
listen to me. How many positive pay-per-views does Tank have?
No, you're
Like,
only
not
good
in the
as, you're-
red.
You said a little bit ago, you're only good as your last fight.
Okay, so then Tank has 1.2.
Has Tank ever been on Good Morning America?
Does he
For
need
the
to
right
be?
reasons.
Does he need to be?
No, I'm saying.
Do he need to
No,
be,
what I'm
Jay?
saying is we can't pull up old Bud's old
Jay,
data number.
But you're not
Bud's
getting
old
it.
data
But you're
number.
not getting
Jay,
it.
Tank resonate with a whole nother
No,
young
but he's
audience.
funny.
No, let me tell you- let me tell you what's happened.
He did 1.2 without Good Morning America.
He did it with Ryan Garcia.
JJ.
Well, he did it with Ryan Garcia. Hold on. Here, let me make an argument. Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
Since then, Bud has been in front of nationwide audience. I turn on the radio.
Bro.
Listen, nobody on the radio
Listen to
talks
me.
about
Listen to me.
boxing.
Listen to me.
He's
Remember?
introduced to a
Okay,
whole
but
new
look,
audience.
but look. This is how you do it. Remember Shakur Stevenson versus Jamel Herring?
Yes.
Who was the A side? Jamel Herring. And then Shakur submitted to the WBO his last 3 purses and showed, this is what I've made. These are the amount of tickets I've sold. And they changed the split. They changed the split.
You're talking about, dude. You're talking about Jamel Herring, bro. You're talking about
All right.
Shakur Stevenson.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. So I'm now Tank. Now Tank sits across from Crawford's lawyer and says, "These are my last 3 fights: the Ryan fight, the Rowley fight, and what? The Barrios fight, bro. You can't fuck with that.
Hold on. Let's talk about the Barrios fight. What do we see? What do the numbers look like in Barrios fight?
175 maybe.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You keep
$9
all these
million
millions. You're talking about millions.
Champ,
You said-
9 million is 175. How much you think Tank gets? Like,
No, I'm
what
talking
do
about
they
pay-per-view.
guarantee?
I'm talking about numbers.
Crawford ain't getting
175,000.
nowhere
Oh,
close
you're
to-
talking about the
JJ.
Crawford before July 29th.
JJ,
dude.
it
It's things are going to change.
Okay, but
things
but, okay, but
So
do
you
you
think
have
Crawford-
one?
All
Do
right,
you
so
have
hold
one
up.
though?
No, but
So if Crawford fight Boots, you think Crawford gonna do how many pay-per-view fight? How many pay-per-views you think they're gonna do?
Crawford boots
Yeah.
250, 300.
So if Tank
There's
fight,
a lot of PBC lovers that are begging
So-
now for boots to jump into that'll tune in.
if Tank fight Tio next, how many you think that's gonna do?
Teofimo is a big name too, but
Man,
what? Tank fight Teo,
If he fight Tio, what that's gonna do?
600.
That's gonna do $1 million plus.
Tank Teo will not do a million, man.
But it don't even matter. Let
Yeah.
him give you 6. That's
No.
still better than Ennis.
What I'm saying
What
is,
about Crawford Thurman?
or do you think
Crawford Thurman.
Crawford Thurman, is that?
Crawford
Thurman.
Thurman, that'll do some numbers.
How many?
How many?
750.
Okay.
750?
Now
Yeah.
Thurman. Now
So you
Thurman
think
Tank.
Thurman
Hold
got-
up. Thurman Tank.
Thurman Tank,
Thurman Tank.
750.
Hold up, you think
That'll do a million.
JJ, you think
Exactly.
hold up.
And you know what he's consistently
Hold up.
doing? Every time we ask him a Tank pay per view,
I know what you're doing.
he gives a
Nah,
bigger
hold
number
up.
for Tank.
Hold
You
up.
yourself
I know.
subconsciously
Hold
think
up,
Tank is
JJ,
I
a
didn't.
hold
I
up.
didn't
No, hold up,
subconsciously do
JJ,
it.
did you
I
just
didn't-
say?
I didn't
Did you just
subconsciously.
say Crawford versus Thurman would do 750?
Yeah, he agreed with
You
me.
telling me Crawford? No, I hope he didn't.
He said that.
No, you agree with that?
I mean, I just ran with it. So
No,
we
you
can
think
move on.
Crawford versus Thurman will do more than Crawford versus Spence?
No,
That's
no,
ridiculous.
no. Yeah,
You
got
killed
me.
him, you
Yeah,
killed
you
him.
killed me. Good. No, but no, it won't. It won't. I'm giving benefit of doubt. No, it actually. Listen,
Yeah, you
Crawford
could- you
is a
could
star
build,
now.
you could
Crawford
build,
is
you
a
could build.
star
More
now.
people know him.
More people know him.
Crawford
Listen,
versus Thurman won't do that.
how many people
You
in
just
that?
said
Listen,
yourself.
Corey, let me tell you. How
You
many?
just said yourself,
How many
Thurman ain't the
people
same.
in Dallas? How many people in Dallas have said, "I didn't know that was the real deal like that"? Crawford has earned a whole new fan
But
base
Jay,
that we will see in his next pay per view.
just
Dude,
said-
I ain't no damn
that's
Houdini.
true.
I
No,
can't.
he had-
I
but
can't
JJ,
predict the
I
pay
mean
per
it.
views.
But
I
it
can't
ta-
predict the
it
pay
take
per
a-
views.
It take a right dance partner, and Thurman not the one.
It-
You just said earlier that Thurman ain't the same guy he used to be.
He's
Jay.
not. Nobody.
So-
His name. I
No.
also said that.
So
I also said his
You
name.
truly
His
think
name.
that Thurman and Crawford
No.
would do more than Earl Spence and Crawford?
I think Crawford's pay-per-view numbers
That's-
are going to
that's
be
ridiculous.
nice, but
That's-
no. You're right. You're right on that, and I can
No.
admit when I'm wrong. But I will tell you, Crawford's numbers aren't going to be what they used to be, dog. It's impossible.
It take the right
The
dance
world knows
partner.
him now.
They
Dance
take the
partner,
right
man.
dance partner
People
for him.
fresh off of that Japan, like
How much
dog,
Crawford versus Cody Crowley does?
Shit, it's a whole different audience, and they know about Bud now. Like, I don't know, dog. I'm not a. They'll do
I'm
numbers.
just saying,
They'll
your
do
prediction.
numbers.
Your prediction. What's your prediction?
I mean, it'll do numbers. It'll have heavy purchase. You talking about U.S. here stateside?
For who?
That's the only one that matter.
All right.
Every
okay.
other country
okay.
is less.
Crawford. That fight
Versus
won't do much.
Crowley?
Yeah.
Man, who buying that?
Crawford is gonna start selling
Who
pay-per-views.
buying
dog.
Crawford versus
No,
Crawford?
no.
JJ, who buying it? Nobody.
I bet
Like,
you.
who really intrigued?
But give me a number. Give me a number. Crawford versus Crowley.
125?
On a pay-per-view?
All right, now
125?
Tank versus Crowley. First fight at welterweight for the Tankster.
350.
So y'all are telling me
400?
Tank
Told you.
Davis will sit down on the negotiating table with Terrence Bud Crawford,
And he
first
lights up.
two-time undisputed, and he's the A side.
Yes.
Bro.
Yes,
Yo,
JJ.
Again.
he didn't hear.
Again, and
wait,
listen,
wait.
in
Let me tell you something. Tank made 40 plus. Ryan made 30 plus. Crawford made 20 plus.
And I'll eat crow, and I know why. I know why I'm being forced to eat crow here, because I'm basing all of this shit off of what I just saw in the ring. I'm equating skill set to numbers,
economics and that
And
ain't it.
unfortunately, like, I think it's disrespectful to say that Crawford would be the B side, but shit,
Yeah.
you guys just walked me through math class and showed me how it could happen. And I don't think Bud would do that. Bud wouldn't sign up to be B side against another PBC fighter
JJ,
in the light
let me
guy.
tell you
Bro,
something.
I don't.
If 30
I don't
million
think
on the
that
line-
exactly. I don't think that Bud that you knew,
Yeah.
stubborn Bud, exists anymore.
Yeah. But he's
His
Mr.
check-
Happy Bud, and that's why he'll sell it.
Because
at
the
that
check
level.
cleared.
I think Bud is more interested in this, in moving up undisputed or unified in one more weight class and getting a pretty decent paycheck.
No,
Not a Tank
Jay,
Davis paycheck,
Jay.
but you put him up
Maybe.
against
You
Jermell
right.
and all that
That
comes
could be
with
true.
it. It's like what you said about.
No, he been sounding
and that
like
looks
that.
so much
JJ,
better
that
on the
could be
resume,
true.
dog.
But how can you go from making 20 plus million back to 5 or 6?
No, yeah, it's. Hey, you never wanna dismiss profit
How
ever,
can you make
ever.
like
but-
JJ Terrence Crawford at the part of his career where if it don't make, he done proved
Let's be
everything he
real.
can prove.
Let's be real. Let's be real. The elephant in the room is how much is the pay per view for Charlo gonna be off a loss with Canelo? Exactly. Is it even pay per view?
It depends how it looks. If Jamel goes and takes a 12-round ass whooping, yeah, it's gonna hurt
I
his
got
stock.
I got a brand new super chat. First super chat ever. RA says, "You not want Crawford
Yeah,
versus
that's why
Charlo?"
I'm confused. Y'all
But
don't
that-
seem like y'all want Crawford versus
Yeah,
Charlo.
I just
Yeah.
asked you. I just asked you. Do you want it after Charlo loses to Canelo?
It depends how Charlo loses to Canelo. It depends if he gets his ass.
Bruh, I keep the same energy. When Gennady beat Brooke, I ain't want Earl to fight Brooke because you fighting a wounded animal. We know he wounded. So you know what, the Earl fans, y'all got lucky because he broke the other side. Imagine he would have broke the same side Gennady broke.
What if
We
Mel,
got lucky. He broke the other side. Like, nah, he broke the other side of his face. You know what I mean?
what if Mel goes and loses a split decision or 115, 113 unanimous, like a close fight?
He's still coming off a
It's
loss.
gonna up his stock, dog.
still
If he
coming
looks
off a
good
loss.
against Canelo,
Still coming off a
shit.
loss.
If it's an impressive loss,
Bro,
against,
I agree with
casuals,
that, but
casuals don't work the way you work. You know boxing, so you like, damn, that was impressive in a loss. Casuals like, oh, he lost to Canelo,
He lost
the
to
superstar of boxing.
but
Because they don't know
Jermell,
who Crawford is. They don't know who Earl. They know Canelo.
Jermel's following is very close to Spence's following, and they're gonna say that Canelo.
tripping right now.
No,
Jamel, what?
Jermel's following.
How many times he been
Following.
on pay-per-view?
One time,
I
and
know,
they did 130
no,
with two
no,
brothers
I
on the
said-
same car.
Man, I'm talking about his supporters. I'm not talking about
Hey,
his.
yo, that's like me and you, two podcasts throwing an event, and we do the same numbers I did for my own event. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not. No, I didn't say.
JJ, you said they got JJ Jamel.
I didn't say.
No,
I
Jamel
said the
not
fan
on.
base.
No,
the fan
no,
base.
he's not on that level.
No,
He not.
I'm
He
saying the people who will be rooting for Errol Spence, or were rooting for Errol Spence, are going to be rooting for Jamel Charlo.
Bro, that's Houston.
Bro, it's Texas, it's
JJ,
BBC.
JJ, listen, everybody know around the world, Earl used to put it on Charlo
word.
ass. I was there.
He was out here
You
saying
wa-
it.
Look,
like,
I
handle
was
Earl
there.
Spence.
JJ, listen to me. I was there, and the Crawford even said the whole world know that. So that's not.
I have seen at least 1,000 tweets saying he won't do the same thing against Jermel Charlo. Those are the people who were all up on
But
Spence.
Champ,
That's all I'm saying.
Champ, that's
all I'm-
right before he hasn't lost.
Okay, look. No,
It's,
and
it's
now
like
they're,
Crawford. It's
they
like
just
Crawford.
hit the
Look, you
transfer
said it.
button to
You
Jermel.
you said it yourself.
That's
Before
our
this win,
undisputed king.
you said it yourself. Before this win, there was people that thought Tank could knock out Crawford. Before he beat Earl, literally people thought he could get knocked out by Tank.
Oh,
Like, you're only as good as your last fight.
All right, so with that being said, if Jermel moves up, he gives Canelo a good ass fight. still
I hope
loses,
you're right.
comes back down. He's gonna have the entire Spence posse on him,
I
dog. What do
hope
you
you're
mean?
right.
What do you mean?
What you mean? If he beat Canelo?
No, if
No.
he's a close fight against Canelo.
He whistling on a star.
I-
I got Earn Luck here.
Do
Earn
y'all
Luck.
understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to.
Earn Luck, $5. Stop playing Crawford is the big fish now. Not no fucking Tank Haney. Did we forget about the next big fish is Shakur? Earn Luck, you tripping, man.
I agree 1000%.
Pay-per-view buy numbers say that Tank is still the star.
I agree with Aaron. Thanks.
I mean, Canelo ain't even motherfucking do $1 million yet. We got Jonathan Siv said, did my super chat go through? This is the first one that went through, champ. I don't see nothing else. Jesse Hernandez, we said that. Kyle, you said that. Kyle, you said that. Said that. Yeah, I don't see nothing from you, Jonathan Sims, other than the first one that says
JJ, like,
$2.
that do make sense what you're saying. I'm not discrediting it, but that's for us,
Yeah, the hardcore.
the hardcore. The
That's like-
casuals,
Arrows fans are going to be watching Jermell versus Canelo.
Okay.
Just correct. Let me finish.
Yeah,
Let me
you right,
finish.
you
okay?
right, you right.
Arrows fans are going to be watching Canelo versus Charlo. Listen, all
how
right,
many of his fans?
dog. That's Canelo, bro. This is a
No,
big name
I'm
fight.
I ain't talking about Canelo. I'm talking about
I'm saying they're all going to be
who
tuned
gonna
in.
watch Charlo versus
It's Canelo.
Crawford?
Okay, hear me out. This is how
If
we're
he
gonna.
lose.
Wait, let me say a sentence.
He
dog.
talking about the trickle effect.
Listen, Jermell has a close fight with all the eyeballs on him. All right, and he goes back down to 154. Man, he just gave Canelo a run for his money. This is gonna be the Bud Crawford killer. That's how that fight's
But
gonna get
why?
sold.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
And look, I'm only arguing semantics here. I'm literally arguing.
I don't see what's
the
so
words.
wrong with what I'm
I'm just
saying.
I
arguing
ain't
your
saying nothing wrong
words.
with
I'm
what
just
you
arguing
said.
your words because I don't know that there's
Ain't
going
no
to be a lot of
consolation
people.
ain't no consolation
In
in
losing.
second place. Yeah.
I'm telling you what they're gonna say, dog.
I don't know that they're gonna say that. Like, I don't think I can watch someone lose and be like, yeah, he just lost.
They're
so
gonna
he about
say
to
it
go
was
kill him.
Canelo. That's what everybody's gonna say. It was Canelo. Everybody, the king at 168. I can't
Well,
believe y'all
JJ, he
arguing
already
this.
know that he needs
Let
to
me get this
cancel
straight.
his fight with Canelo and just fight Bud Crawford.
Word is
then.
born. That's really
If
Canelo
we
did the
already,
twist
but
his
if we
ankle.
already know that,
No, I'm
'cause
saying
that's
the
making a
progression. I
built-in
just walked
excuse.
you through the
But
progression.
that's making a built-in excuse right there. I get what you're saying, but if we already know that, because we know he gonna lose to Canelo, we know that. I mean, I ain't Nostradamus.
I don't know shit.
He may got a 1% chance, but the majority gonna say Canelo wins this fight.
I could see that
So,
being a close
if
fight
we
though,
already
based
know
on
that-
styles.
If we already know that, he just might as well say, Canelo, and go fight.
He needs the eyeballs,
Nah,
bro.
because the Canelo fight is more money.
It's
I
more
know.
money and,
And
and people
more-
are gonna watch him, dog.
Yeah, it's a bigger fight.
Yeah, they gonna watch him, Jay, but what
But you
is-
gotta understand that you banking
I'm not-
people falling in love with the loser.
I'm banking on people that are still sad about what happened on July 29th, who want to give it back to Omaha.
But you're
Those
not,
are the people.
But you're not thinking that you asking them to put their trust in the dude that lost.
A close fight against a lot of people's face of boxing. Come on, you know what I'm saying, man.
I don't, bro.
And this isn't a win-loss debate type thing. I'm just saying, like, there's a route for Jamel to pick up some steam publicly.
I got
going
RA
into here.
back with a $2 Super J. What about Robisi versus Inoue? Honestly, man, Inoue looks like he gonna do everybody dirty at 126.
Anyway, is the guy through
But
126.
if anybody beats him, it's gonna be Robisi at 26. I feel like Lee Wood is a little chinny, even though he's a great boxer. He keeps those hands up, but he still got hooked by Laura with his hands up. Laura sloppy, Vinaldo sloppy. You know, and even Robise is sloppy to me.
Yep.
Like very wide, not sloppy. He's just wide with those punches. But
Inoue's so tight with it, dog.
yeah, and he's down the middle
Anyway,
too,
just
so
might as
his
well move
punches
up to
get there quicker.
126. He might
Yeah,
as
that's
well
what we're
just go-
talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, yeah.
To fight Robise at 126,
Oh,
the WBO champ.
lost her. I'm bad.
Yeah, because
I
he
got
ain't.
this thing, but I don't have the pull-out. I have
It's
the
all good. I
wire.
have it in the car. It's all good, man. I don't even need it. I got I got this one. Man, what the hell was I about to say about? Were we talking about Inoue and Robert? Yo,
Yeah,
nah, I
Inoue
was
and
just
Robert
gonna. I think I was just gonna copy what you
Oh,
said.
yeah, is Boo Boo fighting Benavidez? Is that
That's the rumor. That's the rumor. I was talking to Dan Rayfield on the show, and yeah, that's the rumor. He said it was supposed to be Morrell, and then, you know, obviously when the 3-fight deal happened with Canelo, it's like, yo, why we gonna fight each other?
That's gonna be a tricky fight for Benavidez
What,
because
Boo Boo?
oh, absolutely, Boo Boo is extraordinary
Wow.
boxing skills.
Wow.
You gonna see. Like
I can't wait to see these skills. Y'all been telling me about these skills since what?
no,
2008.
no, I
I'm
know.
not an Andre fan at all, but styles make fights.
Is he from the 2008 Olympics?
Yeah, but he ain't had the opportunity like Regis.
But 2008 Olympics,
Yeah,
right?
but he ain't had this opportunity.
He's awkward,
Can
bro.
we be honest? Like,
No, you right,
he
you
messed
right.
up. He
Benavidez
could have
is-
had opportunities along
was
the way.
Loma considered old?
He was getting yeah. People call him
I
old,
don't
How
think
old
he
is
was
Boo Boo?
old.
and he's fresh though.
How old is
He's
Boo Boo?
fresh. He's fresh to pickle, bro. Who? Boo Boo. He ain't taking no punishment.
He fresh.
Fresh as a pickle.
Or-
Loma's been through some wars, bro.
Or like Frank Martin. What's it called? What was Frank saying?
See, and here's the thing. Oh, what?
Timing was off. You know,
Dude.
his timing could be off. Boo Boo ain't been in the ring since Demond Nicholson.
Yeah.
That shit look garbage.
Rust is rust. Inactivity is
Garbage.
inactivity. But
He'll
if it,
box. He's an Olympic. Look.
Benavidez
Benavidez
is
is
favorite.
a hard player. He's the favorite.
yeah, big time.
He's the
Nobody's saying
favorite.
that. But I see a
But
route.
I would
I
not
can see
be
it.
surprised.
Bro, he gonna smother Boo Boo and
You don't think Boo Boo
You
got
see?
enough pop to keep him up?
We'll see.
Or to get respect?
You see, listen, man.
Nah, he got enough pop to make Benavidez mad. Benavidez gonna get hit in the face and be like, monster time. Bro, he throw too many punches.
Who? Benavidez?
Boo Boo's so sloppy with his feet. I can't wait for that fight.
You think Canelo fight Benavidez on this
After?
3-day contract?
Yeah, unless Charlo win.
So
If
what's the
Charlo-
plan? So if it's Charlo, so let's just say hypothetically, Canelo the favorite, he win. What's the next fight?
For
Is
Canelo,
it his brother Jamal?
I mean, quite possibly it could be Jamal. It could be, whoever emerges, right? Like people thought it was gonna be Earl because they actually sent the contract for Earl at 164 for 55 million, but now Earl lost. Is Al gonna be able to convince Crawford, who already said no? You got a 3-fight deal. You got to fill them slots. Like you can't put Morrell in no fight with Canelo. You ain't gonna make no money with that.
no, absolutely not. Again,
know,
that's for us. It's a
The
lot
best
of.
thing, the best thing they could do is Jamal, David, or probably we get the David fight faster because Jamal loses, and then he's like, "Give me David with a rematch clause," because obviously David is a real threat.
What about Morrell? Do you think he ready yet? Do you think he ready for the big time yet?
I mean, ain't
So
nobody
many
paying for
fights
that.
in?
Ain't nobody paying
Yeah.
for that.
But do you think he ready?
I mean, I don't know, but ain't
Yeah,
nobody
me neither.
gonna watch it. Like, who's gonna tune in for you to fight Canelo? Like, who are you? Nobody ever heard of him.
Yeah, again, that's a fight for us, but it is a dangerous fight. It's dangerous as hell because Morrell's got. Hey man, Morrell's got. He's got what it takes.
Morrell's
He's got
got
the kid.
one name on his resume.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the looks, the smile, that shit to be a star. You know what I mean? And I think so. I think he's passing that eyeball test for me. Is he ready to be thrown in there with the greats? Time will tell. He's still young.
I mean,
but-
he destroyed. Ayabub, was it? What was my man name? That was horrible.
Yeah.
That was hard, and I knew that was gonna happen. I was watching him spar. I knew he wasn't ready for that type of fight. But yeah. What's your thoughts on Carlos Adames?
I like Carlos Adames. That's the fight. He said on some podcast that he gonna punch Jamal Charlo
Yeah.
if he see it.
Hopefully he could get that fight.
I want
man.
to see that fight.
Yeah, he's been there. I like Adames, man. Again, they're 168. There's obviously
That's a good fight for Earl too.
Adames.
That dude sparred Crawford.
I
his
know, he-
footage. You know what I'm saying? That's a good fight.
I don't
for
want
Earl.
her to come back and get that fight shit. Like if y'all
I
saying
mean, Floyd
if it's
said
not the
160.
Crawford,
Floyd said 160.
yeah, but Floyd, he talking about the view with PBC. Floyd, no, they ain't. Shut up. You without him, you shut up. Like you ain't calling no shots. You can't tell Earl what to like. This is the same dude who thought he was gonna tell you and Earl, you and Thurman fight for my belt. Remember that? Like Floyd, you ain't calling no shots, so be quiet.
yeah,
Call
man,
him
it's
for
aggravating.
Javante.
He also said when the fight happens, he gonna tell us. He ain't even tell us.
Yeah, like come on, man.
Remember that?
The Tank Ryan.
No, the Earl fight.
Earl and Crawford.
Oh yeah, if it don't come from him.
Come on, man.
Word.
We good.
That's
Alright,
just
we gonna cut out
Yeah,
and go
man.
get this smoke break. I was gonna check super chats, but that is dead. Catch us on the next one. Peace.
Appreciate you, dog.